How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we're back with another banger. So yeah, man, a bunch to talk about today. HBO is done with boxing. I can't believe it, man. It's coming as a shock, kind of. 45 years in the boxing, realm of things, and now they're done completely. It kind of pretty much, puts a staple on what Showtime and ESPN is doing, man. It's crazy, man. It really is, man. It shocks the hell out of me. I know a bunch of you, fans out there are shocked as well. But I kind of seen the writing on the wall because when Bob Arum left, he left with Terrence Crawford and Vasyl Lomachenko and a slew of other fighters that used to be on HBO. So I mean, there's a new wave. There's a new wave coming around, and I mean, you got ESPN. I believe that ESPN is coming in a second place with the whole network deal, and is on third. In my opinion, right now. What do you smash the hell out of that like button on your way in, you guys? We're gonna definitely get this shit popping today. But yeah, man, HBO is done after years of service. Beatrice Beats says, "What's up, Corey? What's up, man? How you doing today, bro? You doing all right?" Yeah, man. You already know, man. We up in here, man. Smash the hell out of that like button. On your way in, you guys. And yeah, man. HBO is finished. Finito. No mas. Um, Thomas Moreland says, now we will get some good fights. Thomas Moreland, yo, what's up, bro? 619 Cali Factor says, what's good, fam? Man, we up in here, man. Just talking boxing, man. HBO is officially done, you guys. They're done. No more. You understand? There will be no more boxing on HBO, you guys. Can you guys get that through your head? Can you fathom that? I mean, is that registering right now? Um, but yeah, man. They're saying going forward in 2019. So I'm not sure if that last one will not be on that last fight of Canelo Alvarez that he's going to fight in December. That December fight will not be on HBO. I think that December fight will possibly be on another network. Or they'll do I hope they don't do like a Facebook deal, but they're gonna do pay-per-view. So I mean, whichever way they go, dude, HBO has a bunch of ways they can go right now. I mean, well, HBO Fighters has a bunch of ways they can go. Like Canelo Alvarez, he could just fight full time on HBO. Or you got, Triple G, which he could fight full time on on pay-per-view as well. Both of them can both fight on pay-per-view. Black Horseman Promotions, what's going on, my brother? How you doing today?
What it do, bro?
Man, I'm just trying to get this shit in, man. This is crazy, dog. I woke up to this shit today, man. Damn, man. Shout out to Barbershop Conversations. He he put a video up, and I came right behind him and put a video up. What are your thoughts on this whole, fiasco, man? It's crazy right now. What do you feel about this?
Yeah, I checked out your video, bro. Appreciate you putting that up, man.
No, thank you.
You said you got it from barbershop, but I mean, still, not a lot of people subscribe to him, so that was news for me, to hear that from you. So, what I'm saying, you're doing your part, man, to spread the news, man, let everybody know what's going on out here. But to answer your question, man, you know me, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. Hey,
Uh,
that's what they damn get, nigga. I mean, at the end of the day. Now, one thing I will say is, it sucks because a lot of, like you said in the video, a lot of jobs is lost. But I just think that the way that they represented HBO boxing, when it comes to like guys like Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman, Roy Jones, These guys are like the face of HBO boxing, and these guys, always created this narrative around certain fighters. It got to a point where, a lot of people didn't even want to hear commentary. It was like you wanted to just turn the volume down because these guys were really biased. They were very biased on that platform, and yeah, I guess it was just a matter of time. I think this caught a lot of people by surprise, though. I didn't think it would be this soon, but I think when you put all your your hopes into certain fighters that you're biased to, and then they lose, then you just feel like, you know what, man, we ain't got nothing left. Who the heck we gonna get behind? Who we gonna support now? And I think maybe the Sergey Kovalev situation was like the last draw, or maybe I don't know, man. And then Triple G, I honestly don't know, man, but it just seems like all the fighters that they've been really investing all their time and energy into, they've been taking L's lately, man. They've been taking L's, and this is a big L, man. This is a big L for for them. But you know what, man? Boxing will go on. Boxing will definitely go on. I heard you were saying something about, because I kind of came in as you was talking. What was your thoughts on suggesting where they could fight, like these other fighters?
They're pretty much gonna be fighting. I was suggesting that Canelo is gonna exclusively be fighting on pay-per-view, in my opinion. And Gennady Golovkin probably will follow suit, even if he only gets about 200,000 to 300,000, or it'll still be probably worth his while, just because he doesn't have to sign to any major network. Tom Loeffler has a lot to think about. That's Triple G's manager and promoter. He has a lot to think about, man. I mean, because he didn't have any, I guess they did have an exclusive contract with HBO, but all the contracts are up now. And HBO said, you know what? We're not renewing it. You don't even have to, come at us with a deal. We're not even going to renew it. You don't even have to come at us with a deal. We're not even going to renew your contract. It is what it is. No hard feelings. You got your millions. We got, what we got. Obviously they've been losing lately. And to sum it all up, man, when they pretty much said that HBO had a fight, it was like the Superfly 3 card, and it only peaked at 349 viewers.
What?
That's a telltale sign. That's a telltale sign to probably get your shit and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. 300,000 views, and it peaks there. It peaks. It didn't just stay there. I mean, it didn't just, go up and then come back down. No, it was about around 300,000. They said that peaked at 300,000, so it could have been less than that.
Damn.
And my personal opinion about the whole situation is, you guys, what's up? Oh shit, what's up? Game time, Mosquito. What's happening? Lawrence Williams, what's up, my brother?
Oh my God, bro. I'm sorry, man. Somebody just put some breaking news. Shout out to my boy Lawrence Williams, man. He says Billy Joe just tested positive by VADA. Fight with Andrade is canceled.
Oh,
VADA, motherfucking CBP.
damn.
Man, we got confirm this, Lawrence Williams. But if that's true, bro, whew, there's all kind of L's, happening out here, bro.
We've been, but Joe, me and you been talking about this VADA shit for a long time now.
See,
it's finally starting to, you know what I'm saying? Boxers are finally starting to, get fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Now, yeah, it's like people, acting like, oh man, VADA ain't this, that, and the other. Well, how come they catching everybody? Just the other day, what was it? David Benavidez. Like I said, it ain't just PEDs. It could just be anything, a narcotic. He's snorting cocaine and all that shit or whatever. And it's like, hey man, they gonna catch you, bro. And it's random blood and urine. And like,
I see that he got slapped with $100,000 fine for asking two women to perform a sexual act, two drug addicts, to perform a sexual act for drugs. I'm not sure what's going down in Ireland, or what's going on.
Oh, he put the link in there.
I don't know what's up with this shit though. This shit is crazy.
It's a crazy day, man.
Oh, you got it on there? Twitter, Dan Raphael. Yo, shout out to Ronald Finkley in the building with the super chat donation. Yeah, with the buzzer. We're back.
With another banger, nigga, with the bell.
Yo, he got the buzzer, man. Ronald Finkley, thank you so much, bro. You've been a lot to the channel, man. You mean a lot, man. All your donations, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be going to a great spot, man. And yeah, man, we're gonna be getting out to that, man. I hope, man. I'm pretty much right now, bro. I'm trying to make it out to that Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight. I cannot lie. Let me post this on Instagram. You're on Instagram now, bro. So your donation is definitely being seen by more than me, man. Because you know you need to be noticed, man. You guys' donations mean a lot, man. So HBO equals home boxing over. Yeah, because everybody's going to the app. No more home. No.
So that's the next question. I wanted you to.
Hold on, we need to get into this VADA. Like, yo.
Well, you know, hey man,
I can't just skip over that joint. That was
we've been hurting people's feelings for a while. Me and you, bro, with that shit. And now motherfuckers gonna see. See, we ain't got to do no more talking. The shit is gonna come out, bro. Shit's gonna be revealed. Motherfuckers that's doing that shit.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna do my research. You get to talking on this joint right here. I'm gonna be right back. All right.
No doubt, bro. I mean, hey. You know, I done done enough talking when it comes to VADA. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't like me and hate on me because I say, you know, certain people need to enroll in VADA. Well, this is why, man, because, you know, VADA has been pretty thorough. I can't shit on USADA. I can't shit on WADA or any other testing programs. But I did the video when Demetrius Andrade came out and said that every opponent that he faces it's in a contract. They have to be subject to VADA, random blood and urine testing. You know what I mean? And if you are at the top level, if you are a champion, if you're a top fighter, you should be enrolled in random blood and urine testing. There should be no excuse. You know, a lot of people make excuses about that. You know what I mean? But you should be enrolled in VADA. And at the end of the day, it's like, hey, if you get you know, you get enrolled in VADA and you get popped, hey, bro. Now we know what it is. Now I'm actually surprised to hear that with Billy Joe Saunders, man, because I didn't think that guy was doing anything. He doesn't look like, I mean, you know, but looks can be deceiving. But I guess for this fight, like I definitely did it. See, I did a video about a week ago, I think, on Demetrius Andrade, and how he just looking strong, man. Like he taking this shit serious. And I don't know, man. I don't know if Billy Joe Saunders seen the video surface because nigga, Demetrius Andrade looked strong as fuck. And he looked like, bro, he ain't coming in there to lose. He said, it don't matter what game plan he got. I'm going in there to win, you know. So funny style as he looked, earring, nose ring, and all that old weird stuff. Demetrius Andrade can scrap, and he's still undefeated. So I think maybe Billy Joe was getting a little concerned. And maybe that's why Billy Joe Saunders been getting in trouble, man. He's just a little nervous, and he doing extra shit that he don't normally do. He out here, you know what I'm saying, making you know, drug users do dumb shit, slap people in the face, you know, trying to ask them for sex, even though he playing around, he throwing chicken down to well, hey man, karma will come back and get your ass. You better watch what the fuck you do. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, man, he got to pay the price for that shit, man. And the thing about it is, I want to know what's gonna happen with the belt. Are they gonna strip this guy, or is they gonna just be, you know what I'm saying? I know they gotta do like an 80 sample.
Correct. Yo, that is correct about Billy Joe. I just did my research, and that's for sure. It's going down. Billy Joe Saunders did fail a drug test, you guys, and it was for a stimulant. I'm not sure, you know, the whole situation with stimulants and stuff like that, but it was definitely for a stimulant. And Dan Raphael, he pretty much says middleweight world title holder Billy Joe Saunders has failed a voluntary anti-doping association drug test for the banned substance aloxifene, a stimulant. Multiple sources with knowledge of the test results told ESPN on Thursday. Wowzers,
man.
Wowzers.
That's crazy, bro.
Wowzers.
That is crazy. And you know what? I had never, as far as Billy Joe Saunders boxing ability, I had never hated on the dude. Like I always said that. We've talked about it many times on your live streams, bro.
Shout out to Lawrence Williams, yo.
Shout out to Lawrence Williams, homie.
Lawrence fucking Williams, man.
Nigga,
I would
sources.
give you a wrench, but you already got one.
Salute, brother.
Yeah, you already got one, bro. You
Shout
on
out to
moderator
Mosquito.
status, man.
Mosquito in the chat says Billy was looking great during the Lemieux fight. Maybe he was on something then.
Wow. That opens up those. Hey, once you
Conversation.
get tested positive for something, that opens up the doors for a lot of other things, you guys. You gotta bear witness, you know. That's the
Man.
truth. You know, that's the truth, though, you know. What else? I mean, you know, and you guys are fans. I'm a fan. And you know, we want to know what else was he on, you know?
Yeah.
What
Hey,
else?
Dago in the chat. Dago 619 Cali Factor says Mayweather was scared to use VADA because he don't want to get caught. That's why he stuck to USADA. I don't know.
I
That's
don't
true
know.
though. He did use
I don't
USADA,
know.
man. But I don't know. Like I say, VADA been popping motherfuckers, bro.
Vada's been on their shit lately. I
And
know
that's the
that.
only one on BoxRec that it'll actually show up like that. You know, if you're using
But you
something
know
else,
what?
you would never know.
A lot of these fighters are gonna start getting exposed anyways, because it's either you sinking or swimming with Vada, dude. It's either you in it or you ain't in it. And if you ain't in it, I'm on your neck. You know what I mean? I'm on your neck, dude. I ain't letting you up.
Hey
I
man,
ain't letting you up because you're supposed to be in it. You want to be. We want clean fighters in our you know, in our realm of things. You know what I mean? Like in our sport, we want clean fighters. Don't the NFL want clean? You know, clean football players, basketball, clean basketball players. What's wrong with football? I mean, what's wrong with boxing being clean boxing? You know, and then when you enter that realm of the clean boxing program, dude, it's a whole nother side, dude. Like I've known dudes that's been in other organizations and that have never failed a drug test for years. The first time they get into this clean boxing program, it's gunzo.
right? I mean, it just seemed like the labs that they have, man. They go in there and they test for. It just got a thorough way of testing, bro. And you might think that you gonna get clear of some shit. Matter of fact, I did a video the other day about how like just how Olympians and all that stuff used to use PEDs and they be running fast as fuck. You know what I mean? And they be fucking back muscles and all that shit. They just legs just stacked, ripped. And then but there's certain PEDs out there that I heard was called the clear, whereas like it'll be undetectable within like 10 to 15 minutes or something like that. So I don't know if that was the type of PED he tried to use and he thought it wasn't gonna be detected. But I'm like, bro, if you're using VADA, why even try to risk it? I
Huh?
mean,
Again, dude. You gotta be kidding me.
you got dip.
Nah, we ain't got no work tonight again, man. What the fuck, dude?
Damn. Well, these niggas gonna get this work tonight.
That's
bro.
3 nights in a row, dude. Damn. This weather out here in Pittsburgh, man, where we're at is just treacherous, dude.
Is it rain or
it ain't even rain today, did it? It ain't rain. When I went outside earlier, it hasn't been raining today. This is just from 3 days in a row rain. You know, they got to make the roads right. You know, we on mountains and shit.
Yeah.
But yo, man, I mean, yeah, man, I'm gonna get it in here though, man. You know what I'm saying? But what
350 people already retweeted that Dan Raphael tweet that he did with breaking news, Billy Joe. And it said the substance called oxylofrene or something like that. So I'm gonna definitely research that one. That's a new one for me. St. Cruiser says USADA busted Floyd twice, 0.06 to 1 and 0.08 to 1, but gave him an exemption twice. See, I didn't even know that. I mean, I've been hearing a lot now, ever since Floyd been retired, that he could have been possibly using certain PEDs, during his career. And I'm just like, man, just because I guess somebody might say, may be the one to be a strong advocate for PEDs or for a clean sport, don't mean that they never used. And so I think that kind of like, put a cloud over people's minds to think as far as trying to think that he was actual person who used PEDs. Because I remember there's certain fights that I watch with Floyd, and certain fights he just looked way more ripped than usual.
Yeah.
I remember when he fought Arturo Gatti, I think it was at 140.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that, that Floyd Mayweather, because I think Floyd Mayweather, I think he could. I think he could have. I think he was clean. You know what I'm
You think
saying?
so?
But like I said, guys that actually failed, I'm not gonna go the Fanon route. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say Usyk is a cheat and he ain't even failed nothing, yo. So I'm not gonna go that route, you know, with the whole people failing and they've never failed before and stuff like that. But I will say that a lot of these boxers out here today are suspect as hell because they don't want to join this clean boxing program.
Yeah,
That's for sure, though.
yeah. I mean, even Floyd himself said it that if you were at the top of your division, if you were a top athlete, everybody should be enrolled in random blood in urine testing. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, bro, like we ain't got to sit up here and talk about the shit. These motherfuckers gonna get exposed, bro. They're gonna get exposed in due time, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, man. I mean, and this is a guy who's the champ. He was the reigning WBO champion in the middleweight division. So, like I said, once again, salute Lawrence Williams. You know, on dropping that breaking news for us, and we got double back-to-back banger breaking news. HBO and then Billy Joe
This is a
popping.
lot of news to soak in right now, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo.
Man,
Damn. Then I got the news that I'm off tonight again. I'm like,
triple threat.
triple threat, yo. That's just crazy, dog. Like all breaking news, like as we're doing live streams.
Man.
That's too funny, yo.
What's up, Bracy One?
Yeah, what the chat talking about, bro? Because I'm fixing something on my phone. What they talking about out there?
Mosquito says
shout out to the fans out there, man. We love you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Mosquito says boxing is cleansing itself, family. HBO is gone. Fighters are getting exposed and popped for illegal substances. It's a new motherfucking day. Hell yeah. Real shit right there. The realest shit ever wrote.
It is,
in
though.
This live stream.
It is though. It is though.
Motherfucking day.
This is a new day though. You know why it's a new day? Because you know fighters right now cannot get away with what they used to get away with. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be straight up with you guys, man. You know, fighters back in the day used to be able to get away with a whole lot more than what they, used to be able to get away with. You know what I mean? What I'm pretty much saying is fighters of today have it a lot worse than fighters of before because the technology is on another level now. Right, you got to understand, you guys. These guys are testing you for God knows what. You know what I'm saying? And it's game time when you do get tested. And if you come up dirty, you're crucified, dude. You can't come back from that. I don't care. That black cloud is going to be over Canelo's career. I'm telling you for years to come. I believe that. I just truly believe that. It's not he's good now and we're going to let him ride and shit like that. No, dude. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? We not letting you ride, dude, because we got our foot on your neck. Yeah. And we're not letting up. We're not letting up, dude. You know what I'm saying? And how do you feel about everything, the situation of how things going down now, Black Horseman? Because to be honest with you, we've been talking about this shit though, you guys. So this is not something that's just new to our ears or new to your ears. This is stuff that has got to happen, and this is stuff that is happening. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Be honest with you, man. We may say a lot of things that people don't like, but we speak that real though. You know what I mean? Sometimes shit we gonna say may hurt your feelings. You may not want to hear it because it may affect who you like and everything like that. But at the end of the day, bro, if it's real, it's real. You know what I mean? So shit, we didn't say it enough about this shit. I remember somebody was trying to shit on you for your top number one pound for pound fighter. But guess what? The motherfucker is enrolled in VADA. And I stated many times I fuck with VADA fighters because these motherfuckers are subjected to random blood in urine testing. When it came to Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, you know how many times Sean Porter got tested? Probably more than Danny. But guess what? He still came out on top, and he was a clean athlete, bro. You know what I mean? And even after all the random blood urine testing leading up to the fight, they had to test immediately after the fight. So they want to make sure, hey, make sure you didn't take nothing right before the fight to give you some kind of edge or advantage. Y'all got to be on an even playing field. So, really people be trying to act like they care about that, but some people don't. So I care about that. I've emphasized that a lot. I always go to BoxRec and check to see if somebody's enrolled in VADA because I think that's important, man. Especially when you're at the top. I get it when you at you a prospect coming up. You may not get thoroughly tested every fight, but when you at the top, man, you should not be fighting fighters and not getting tested at all. It should be the best testing out there. Because you want to make sure that you're in there with a guy that's clean. If you clean, you should want the other guy on the other side of you clean. But when you act like you don't care about that, that's kind of suspect to me. You know what I mean? It's kind of suspect to me. You know what I'm saying? So big salute to Demetrius Andrade, man, because it's because of Demetrius Andrade that this fight was VADA tested. Because I mean, this is WBO. You know what I mean? WBC is the one that has the VADA clean boxing program. But Demetrius Andrade pays his own money. You know what I'm saying? It's in a contract. He pays for VADA testing to make sure that he's on an even playing field. And we seen what happened. Prime example of why everybody should be subjected to random blood and urine VADA testing, because they will catch your ass. I know what people want to say about these other testing programs. When the last time they caught somebody though? A lot of people want to big double. When the last time they caught somebody? I'm being honest. Maybe it was recently. I don't know. I just haven't heard it. Maybe somebody didn't put out the article or something. But when's the last time? Say again.
What you saying about who?
Like a lot of people want to big up, like say USADA and other testing programs. But I said, when is the last time they caught somebody? When is the last time they popped somebody for you know what I'm saying? PEDs.
Hey, St. Cruzan says the problem is people like Angel Heredia sell undetectable PEDs for $7,000 a shot. It sucks.
Yeah, that's why I brought up that Olympic stuff, man, because they got certain things that'll be out of your system. They call it the clear because it'd be clear out of your system in like 10 to 15 minutes, or it'll be but you still get the benefit of it. You know what I mean? But it won't be detectable after 10 to 15 minutes of using it or something. So, hey, I'm not on PD, so I don't know how that shit works, but I just do the research on it. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, whatever Billy Joe Saunders took, I guess he didn't pay that $7,000 because he got popped. He definitely got popped.
No.
He should have paid that $7,000. You know what I mean? Now that motherfucker. See, and the belt, the WBO belt, and see, this is the thing about it too. While a lot of fighters will, dope up or or use PEDs, because I get it, man. These guys want to be the best. They want to get to a position where they can get that strap, because that strap is money. When you got the belt, you can demand the big paydays. You can demand unifications and things like that, where you can have bigger paydays. But if you're just still a prospect, or you somebody who's like a mandatory, yeah, you may get a little bit of money, but you can't demand the big paydays. You can't get like pay-per-views and stuff like that, not unless you just somebody who used to be a former champion and put in your work, and then you got such a big following there where you can still demand that kind of viewership. But at the end of the day, when you got that belt, that's money. That's money. People want that belt. They be breaking down in the ring crying, not just because of a fucking belt. They can care less. They breaking down crying because they know their life about to change. They about to eat good. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about. So a lot of motherfuckers will juice up because they want that belt. They want to be able to make that kind of money too. They want to drive the cars that Floyd drive. So you got to take all that into consideration. A lot of these guys, man, are willing to do any and everything to be able to, have a superstar like a Denzel or somebody like a Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle, whoever, be like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna go see this dude fight. You know what I mean? That's the champ. You know what I mean? So all that goes into it. A lot of these guys want to be superstars, but a lot of people don't know the dirt that they did just to get there. Just saying. VADA CBP, salute. Nigga, for real, I fuck with VADA's clean boxing program, because they'll catch your ass, So at the end of the day, if the fighters the fighters and champions that's enrolled in VADA, I respect them more than the other ones.
Let me see. D Breezy in the chat says Billy Joe, Tyson Fury, and Canelo are all cheaters, man. Ronald Finkley says Lawrence, run it is. This is that article about Spence not enrolled with VADA. Whoa.
What happened?
Uh-oh. Oh,
I missed it.
Spence is still not enrolled in VADA. Is that what you guys are saying?
Like I say, bro, we ain't even
Yeah.
got to go into that. We ain't even got to go into that, bro. We ain't even got to go into that. I'm telling you. Like I say, sometimes the things we say, people may not like. But hey, but who just said that?
Yeah, I think Lawrence Williams are on that shit too.
That nigga been accurate so far.
Yeah. Lawrence
Williams,
Williams, you've been active as hell today, dude.
Don't hurt these niggas' feelings like that, bro. They're sensitive about this shit, bro. They get real sensitive about this shit. And trust me, Lawrence Williams, you're gonna have hella trolls on you, bro.
Y'all is lit.
Lawrence Williams, you're gonna have hella trolls, bro. You're gonna put out a video, the thumbs down's gonna come immediately. The hate, just be ready for it, bro.
Yo, so let me read this right though. Let me see if I'm reading this right though, man. Lawrence, okay, so let me go back to Lawrence Williams. Damn, I done lost him. Okay, here it is. At Ronald Finkley, this is for you. Okay. And Ronald Finkley says, Lawrence, he put the whole YouTube joint on there and everything. Ronald Finkley says, Lawrence, run it is this. That he says, run. He said, I guess he says, run. It is this, that article about Spence not enrolled with VADA, bro. Oh shit, Lawrence Williams, what you doing in the chat, dog? You stirring some shit up. Let me click this link. Let me see what this shit is about.
That's something to Showtime. That ain't got nothing to do with the I don't know. That seemed like that's the promo for Tyson Fury and Wilder.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all was on some Earl. I heard Earl Spence going down. I ain't know if y'all was. I think isn't Earl Spence? Is he? I mean, is he? Is
Ronald
he
asked him. He said, "Is that the article about Spence not enrolled with VADA?"
Oh, but that's a subject for debate too, though. I thought we were past Earl Spence fucking entering Nevada clean drug testing program. You trying to say he's not? Because they're saying there's a video out. That must mean they're saying there's a video out there, right?
Lawrence said, "Hell nah, nigga. I didn't see nothing about Spence." He said that was a Fury promo. Corey set niggas up.
Yeah. Hey, yo,
these Corey ain't got to work tonight. He said, "I got time, nigga."
These dudes lit tonight, dog. But yeah, man, it's one of those situations, you guys, man, where I really truly think that the shit is not loading up for me. I don't know what the hell I just clicked on. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Corey Lee Biden says, "No, I sent Ronald the Wilder Fury promo. Laugh out loud, nothing about Spence." Ronald Finkley says, "Okay, Lawrence, my bad, bro." See, Ronald Finkley thought Lawrence was coming with that fire though. He said, "Okay, my bad, bro." He says, Ronald Finkley says, "It's a mix-up." Yep, it is, man. So what do you guys think about this, man? Billy Joe Saunders has got popped, and I think this might be his first time being popped, you guys. Do you guys think he'll get stripped of his title? And do you guys think that the Andrade fight will be off now?
According to our great source, Lawrence Williams, he said he will be stripped.
Wow. Jamal Wright says fake news. Whoa. Jamal Wright, what you doing in the chat again, dog? Yo, you back again? D Breezy. I thought you and D Breezy was going in last time. Did y'all squash that? Y'all good now? What's going on with D Breezy and Jamal Wright, man? And unbiased biased boxing talk with Jamal Wright. They was at your neck last time. I guess y'all good now. Chris says, have any fighters ever lost popularity after getting caught? Question mark. The penalties are not harsh enough. I'm not going to say they not harsh enough. I think they are. I really think these penalties are harsh enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with you, dude. You know what I mean? I think what do you think about these penalties? Oh, super chat. Ronald Finkley in the building again. Wow, that's a double donation for Ronald Finkley, man. What's going on, bro? He says, salute Corey Lee Boxing, man. Thank you so much, man. Where's the buzzer at?
Oh, you didn't hear it? My bad.
Dang, man. We need to get that joint. We need to echo that joint, man.
Right.
Yo, but yeah, so I mean, how do you feel about the penalties on drug testing and stuff like that? What do you feel like that, man? Oh, D Breezy says, I think the WBO will strip. He says, He says, I think the WBO will strip him and cancel the fight. D Breezy says, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. How do you feel about the penalties, though?
With guys that pop dirty, I think that that's the best thing you can do, strip the belt. Like I say, you take away their no dirty fighter deserves to be champ. No dirty fighter deserves to be champion. So take the belt away. Now you might can't take away popularity because, like I told you, man, like there's only a few percentage, like you said a little while ago. Only me and you, and maybe a few other percentage of people on YouTube talks about stuff like VADA Clean Boxing Program, talks about a clean sport. Other fighters just support the fighters that they like, and they don't really show no interest or care about that. Matter of fact, they attack us when we talk about this stuff like clean sport, VADA Clean Boxing Program, and improve it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, take the belt away. As far as Andrade, man, I don't know what's gonna happen with him. Like, I'm sure that they probably not gonna be like, well, you're automatic WBO champion. They're gonna probably try to throw what they call like make it vacant and then have Andrade face the next guy in line maybe to get the belt. But either way, man, to me, I look at it like it's a disqualification. Like, bro, you lost. You lost the fight before you even got to the ring. That's worse than Charles Martin walking out of the ring. Like, you didn't even make it to the ring, nigga, because you did some dirty shit. You know what I mean? So you was already fouled before you even got to the ring. So as a result, you disqualified. So by default, Demetrius Andrade should be the WBO champion. Y'all can say paper champ, uh champ by default from Billy Joe being probably scared, worried about losing, because that's what people do. I mean, if you got to use PEDs, that means you're not all the way confident in your own natural ability to get the job done. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, I took shit. Demetrius Andrade, that motherfucker was looking crucial. I did put up the video. I was like, yeah, this motherfucker looking strong ahead of the clash of Demetrius of Billy Joe. People was like, man, so what? That don't mean nothing. Okay, all right. He must have seen the footage though. He said, yo, man, give me some of that oxycodone or whatever shit that that he took for this that PED that he took to get popped. But yeah, man, Demetrius Andrade ain't no joke, and I knew it was gonna be a tough fight, but like I said, before this, I had never shaded Billy Joe Saunders as far as what he does in that ring, because he's a very skillful guy in there. I gave him a good chance to beat anybody at the middleweight division, because of his skill level. But like you say, once you get popped once you pop dirty for once, one time, you have to question all the other victories that you've had, and I mean, if it's not that's why I respect the WBC champion more than the other champions. I do, you know what I mean, because of the simple fact that they are subject to random blood and urine testing. You know what I mean? VADA Clean Boxing Program. So, I mean, that's at the end of the day, if you want to get that best belt, you're gonna have to enroll in VADA. You know what I mean? And Demetrius Andrade, this guy, he like, fuck it. I don't have to be in the WBC to use VADA Clean Boxing Program. Terrence Crawford, I don't have to be enrolled. I don't have to be in WBC to enroll in VADA Clean Boxing Program. I want to use VADA Clean Boxing Program. I want to pay for it because I want to make sure that if this guy is doing something, VADA, I'm paying you to do your job, which is to make sure that I don't give a fuck if this nigga go to Mars, nigga. You better fire up that rocket ship, go to Mars, test the shit out of that motherfucker, homie. And if you pop dirty, let me know and strip it, get that belt up off of him. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, people can get mad all day long, but at the end of the day, VADA is proven. VADA is proving to.
D Breezy says Jamal Charlo is the #1 middleweight contender. He can beat Andrade and then unify with Canelo. Only way Canelo will win against Charlo is if he is still eating that. I'm telling you guys, none of these fighters are gonna win a decision over Canelo, man. I don't believe so,
bro. Y'all sleeping on Canelo. Now Jamal has a chance, but
I don't think they're gonna. I mean, you gotta knock Canelo out to win a decision by him. Don't you think that first fight that Triple G won? I mean, I know a lot of fans say that he didn't win that fight. I mean, well, some fans that he said, I feel like the majority of the fans say that Triple G won the first fight. Now, the second fight was more closer. But the first fight, you're not even going to give Triple G that first fight? That shit was a draw. So when Triple G clearly wins, or when a fighter clearly wins, It's either a draw or a loss for when the Canelo's fighting them. Actual facts. What's good, bro?
What's good, my brothers?
What's
We
up,
can barely hear you. What's up? You sound like you're on a What are you doing? You're underwater. What are you doing?
Snorkeling.
Oh, man, you
Were you snorkeling? What's happening, man? Scuba diving? Get your scuba gear, man. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Put a mic in your scuba gear, nigga.
man.
And he breaking up. You must be in traffic.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get back. Hold on.
He said, "Hold on. Let me
while
get
he
back.
getting back, let me answer this question in the chat real quick.
All right.
I don't know this dude. These two. Hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. He says, when can we expect that part 3? I'm gonna just clear this out right here. I'm a promoter, man, and like I say, I'm not a promoter of negative energy. You know what I mean? So, like I stated in my video I did, transitions and mistakes. As long as they keep my name out their mouth, you know, I'll keep their name out my mouth. Hopefully, it won't never be a part 3. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I've watched certain people that try to promote that kind of that drama and all that shit. So I'm just like, you know what, man? Look, I'm not doing this for y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah, I kept it real, but at the end of the day, you know, hopefully there won't be no part 3. Hopefully that they just walk away from this shit, because at the end of the day, like I said, I didn't even dig into my bag on the information that I know I can reveal. But at the end of the day, you know, salute to them brothers. I wish them nothing but the best. You know what I mean? So just keep my name out their mouth, and we'll be all good.
Yo, where the hell did actual facts go? Yo, is he gone?
This nigga said I'll be right back on some time.
Yo, Ronald Finkley says Lawrence. Damn. Lawrence Williams says Walter Konakwe from Africa is number 2 behind Andrade in the WBA rankings. I ain't never heard of that dude in my life, yo. Damn, yo.
Yeah.
Breezy says, I don't want to see a Canelo versus Triple G part 3. If the second fight was a draw, then yeah. Oh, they talking about a part 3 to the they saying a part 3 to the Triple G Canelo fight, Black Horseman. How do you feel about that?
Who?
They're saying that in the chat. They were saying a part 3 to the Canelo Triple G fight.
Nah, man. I mean, on what network?
Oh, you
we forgot. We got that fast, huh? It was a bunch of breaking
Corey, he is a stable mate of Ndongo. Man, yo, let me tell you something, yo. If Ndongo got pieced apart, if he's anything like Ndongo, Andrade is gonna kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, finish him.
Jamal Rice says, unbiased boxing talk. I'm just 36. I ain't old yet. Oh, they still going at it, yo. D Breezy, unbiased boxing talk going in on Jamal Wright. Jamal Wright, yo. It looked like you got your battlers in the chat. Can you get out of the chat first to come on live stream? Because you're getting buried right now, buddy.
Ask him, Jamal, do you put up videos on your own channel or what? I mean, that's a good place to start. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Start with that, yo. Start with that, yo. You don't want to jump straight into the flame, do you? Yo, D Breezy says, Jamal, man, you're a clown, yo. Yo, Jamal, I know you, man. I ain't gonna get in the middle of that shit, man. Y'all be wilding in the chat room,
in the middle of this shit, nigga. When did you never not in the middle of some shit popping off on Corey Lee Boxing? So shit, what you talking about?
Yo, that shit crazy though, because they be at that man throat. Because first Jamal Wright was at everybody's throat, but then I had some savages in the chat room, and now they at his neck. You know what I mean? So it actually reversed on him.
That nigga want to smoke so bad. Somebody get that nigga a cigar, man.
Ronald Finkley says he want that work. Black Horseman Promotions. Unbiased Boston Talk says Jamal Wright, a Spence fangirl, man. He got Spence on his screensaver and shit on his phone.
Oh shit.
Yo, y'all wild, man. Why y'all doing that, man, like that, man? That man in the chat, man say you're a Spence fan, man. Damn, man.
Yeah, man. You gonna make niggas get pissed off, bro. They gonna, yeah. That's like saying something about somebody's mama, bro. Don't talk about Spence like that.
So you feel like if you talking about Spence, that's almost on the same level of talking about somebody's mama.
I'm being funny, but at the end of the day, some guys.
I mean, true facts come out in jokes.
Yeah. Yeah, some guys are
My
sensitive.
boy, shout out to my boy Bird. They got locked up. He's doing 29 right now. He always told me that shit, man. He was like, man, he was like, yo, he was like, true facts come out in jokes, Corey. And like that shit never really like registered in my head until like after he got locked up and shit like that. Like, and then I started using it on people.
Yeah,
I started using that shit. D Breezy says Jamal Wright got a strap season tramp stamp. Hashtag Spence Jr. Oh no. Jamal Wright says D Breezy a clown. Get off my ugh. The unbiased biased by talk says D Breezy laughing. Okay. Ronald Finley says get him a wrench. Keep him safe, Corey Lee boxing. Yeah. Yo, he gotta earn that wrench though, bro. You gotta earn that wrench, man. Jamal Wright up in the chat going ham, man. But I mean, he's a Spence fan, you guys, and a lot of you guys in the chat are Spence fans. So I know you guys ain't gonna wrench him up for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a fellow Spence fan ain't gonna wrench, ain't gonna slap the shit out of another Spence fan. I know that for sure.
Right.
I mean, come on, y'all believe in the same things. D Breezy says, Jamal, do you think Spence will beat Keith Thurman? Do you think Spence will beat Terrence Crawford? Do you think Spence will beat Sean Porter? Question mark. Jamal Wright, Black Horseman Promotions, you mad because a nigga ain't talking about Keith Thurman, clown ass. Yo, these dudes, yo.
Just smash the like button, bro.
Yo, just smash. Oh, they just smacked you, Jamal. Oh, man.
Like I said, I ain't got to do.
I knew that was coming, but I ain't know when it was coming. Yeah, yo, we know Jamal Wright laughed my ass off. Yo, Ronald Finkley, they finally got your boy, man. They finally got him, man. He's finished, man. But yeah, man, right now, you guys, about the whole situation, about the whole HBO boxing is done and shit like that, man. I think that this shit will affect, I think this should affect HBO boxing for years to come, man, because just imagine, man, all of the superstars that are rising, like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia fought on HBO before. Don't you think that this is going to hurt? Don't you think this is going to hurt him? Jazzy T says at panel, do you think that all the new network deals, they will push year-round testing by VADA? I don't think the network deals have really anything to do with the whole testing VADA shit and all that. I don't really think they got anything to do with that because, to be honest with you, this actually hurts them. Actually, if you think about it, them failing a drug test kills their card.
Yeah.
It destroys their card. Like Eddie Hearn just probably paid Billy Joe, some money and shit like that, but this is a hit. He got to take a hit for this one. And just like he did with when Chris Eubank Jr. didn't want to sign the contract, but he already had the show in place and the date saved. He had to go through with Kell Brook because he already had shit in place. You got to understand that, you guys. Bias Boston Talk says, I think they will probably go to ESPN or Showtime. Nobody going to DAZN though. Yeah, I mean, shit. That's another thing too, you guys. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. Straight up, like the way this shit is going down, man. I truly think that the networks don't care if a fighter passes or well, I'm not. Let me reword this. The networks don't care if the fighters get drug tested or not because they're just trying to put a fat knot in their pocket. Why would they care about, why would they care about anything else? You got to understand, you guys, this is a business. Okay. And when your businesses starts fucking up and you can't go through with your business deals. I mean, Eddie Hearn's going to lose a shitload of money on this fight, dude. Do you not understand that, you guys?
Yeah, man.
This guy had his whole stable on his Boston card.
Yep. Yes, sir. So that, I mean,
a
lot of motherfuckers losing money off this shit. There's a lot of money being lost, period, today, man. HBO shutting down. Billy Joe fucking shit up for everybody. I mean, he fucked it up for everybody that was on that fucking card, man. That shit crazy. I mean, the shit might still go on though, but as far as that main event, Billy Joe Saunders, I'm sure got a huge fan base, man. So that's definitely gonna affect that whole event, man, for sure.
Do you think that do you think with all of this going on, Mosquito says I was gonna go to this fight too, right in Boston, shake my head. That's where you live at, Mosquito? You live in Boston? Jazzy T says, poor Eddie. He can't get a break. Laugh out loud. Yep. Eddie can't get a break. But you know what? These are the trials and tribulations that you go through when you're signing fighters that you don't even know. You don't even know Billy Joe Saunders, and you're putting them on the zone card and all of this shit. You're putting all of this. You're pretty much like what Eddie Hearn is doing is he putting a lot of trust in Eddie and Billy Joe Saunders. And Billy Joe Saunders, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I don't see where Billy Joe Saunders can really do anything for the zone. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He has a belt, yes, but if he doesn't have that belt, what can Billy Joe Saunders do? He doesn't bring any fan appeal. He's always on the road. He's a road warrior. I can't even call him a fucking gatekeeper because he doesn't bring any money to America. Real shit.
This was gonna be his first fight, right? This would have been his first fight in America?
I think he's fought in America before. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure on that, but this might be his first fight, but I'm not exactly sure if he did fight in America. Oh, he fought against David Lemieux in Canada. That was in Canada. Remember? That was in Canada. So but these are big fights in other people's backyard. He doesn't have any fan appeal himself.
Man, that dude was looking for a way out of this fight.
Yeah.
He looking for a way out of this fight, man. He got in trouble for the stupid shit that he did with the crackhead or whatever. And he was trying to throw chicken at Deontay Wilder, and you get popped. Man, you was looking for a way out, bro. I think he was
actual facts. You back? Is it raining? I mean, are you good? Yeah, traffic good? Back. What's up?
I think I'm good, man. I think I'm good. You know?
This nigga had to go through a tunnel and shit.
This nigga went through a tornado / hurricane. What's up? You good?
You survived.
Yeah, man. I think I'm in this weather and it's going good, man.
Salute.
Yo, he had his Jim Lampley hat on just now, yo. / forecaster though. Hey, is it raining out there though?
And a right hand, down go HBO.
Hey, is it raining out there though?
Hell yeah, man. It's fucking
raining out there.
Dogs. Yeah, hell yeah, man. It's raining like cats and dogs.
This shit's some bullshit, dog.
Shit is crazy, huh? A lot going on.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot going on. You goddamn right.
Yeah, Billy fucked him, and he brought attention to himself at first with the chicken throwing, right? Like I don't know high school did that, but I've seen it, you know. And then another thing, messing around with a drug addict, man. Somebody who's has misfortune and has a
really,
problem and
really needed rehab, right?
So that drew the attention of the powers that be. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Well, he must be on something if he's doing crazy stuff like that. And there you have it, man. When you do crazy shit like that, attention to you. You know, and it just goes to show, man. You gotta be on your P's and Q's, man. You're a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Okay? You're a representative of your community. Okay. And sometimes, as a representative of your community, you gotta leave the ones that you grew up with alone for a little bit, for a good while, and take care of your business.
Yeah.
Don't let crazy shit affect your money.
Hey, you notice a lot of fighters, a lot of champions, man, when they preparing for a big fight, a lot of times they'll leave, man. They'll get away from family, wife, kids, people that they grew up with, all that, like seclude themselves away from all the people so they can get focused. And I don't think he did that, But I've seen fighters have more success when they just get away from everybody that's familiar to them, and just get around something foreign, and then after that, they'll ask them after they win and shit. They be like, well, where do you want to go from here? We're like, well, first off, I've been away from my family for a couple months. I'm going to spend some time with my family, this, that, and the other, is because they get away from that. You know what I mean? To get focused, but he probably stays around the same people that he grew up with, or you know what I mean, goof off with all the time. And but like I said, that was a good point you made, actually, because yeah, man, a lot of times I read that sometimes that's a symptom of people that might use PEDs. They just be overly hyper at times. You know, they just be super turned up and they just do weird, you know, do crazy shit. You know, at times when you be like, damn, what the fuck, nigga, won't you just chill out?
Dude,
Looking at
yeah,
you like,
man, doing off the wall shit, man. You know, and when I was training like that, and I was serious into it, I never took any whey protein, none of that, no supplements, no nothing. I just ate good. I ate good and I ate clean. I boiled my chicken. I had regular white rice. You know, steamed my vegetables, and I just maintained a very high protein, high and good fats diet, and that's how I got built. You know, through my
yeah.
Marine Corps career, I ate clean, and my little vice, kind of like Floyd Mayweather. I go on a 4-6 mile run. Afterwards, I get a Big Mac, and that was my vice and
Oh
a soda.
shit.
This
You know
nigga
what I mean?
said, I go on a 4 mile run, then I get a Big Mac.
You know what I
God
mean?
damn.
That's
What
it.
you
Okay.
feel like? You feel like the 6 mile run pretty much depleted you? I mean, well, pretty much got all the toxins and stuff out of your body. That's how you feel.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what you sweat it out. You sweating everything out. So I needed something high in calorie. Only thing that's open is McDonald's. I'm gonna get a Big Mac real quick. You know, I'll probably scrape off the little mystery damn salad dressing or whatever. You know, take out the middle bun. You know,
What do
and
you
that's it.
guys think about? I mean, but what do you guys think that this does to the whole culture of boxing and the whole, state of boxing right now? I mean, you got to understand, HBO is done with boxing right now, you guys. HBO is finished. There will be no more boxing on HBO. I mean, how do you guys feel about this?
I mean like I said, man, I saw this coming, but I didn't know it was coming this abruptly. Like this was abrupt and shocking. This is on some
But I
Trump
also, but I also
kind
think
of
it was.
deal
I
right there.
also think it was just strategic, though. Strategic. I think it was
Strategic, yeah.
strategic. Yeah, because you got to understand, both Triple G and Canelo's, their fucking contracts were up this fight that they just fought. So and they came out with this news the week after. This
And
was
they had already
strategic.
kicked, and they had already kicked Kovalev to the curb.
This was strategic. This was strategic, man. Because they already said, remember they said that Kovalev wasn't going to be on the next card and stuff like that. They weren't going to be on the next card. But
Yeah.
you got to understand, there's too many HBO fighters was losing, though.
Yeah, too many. Too many
Yeah.
of the hype jobs, so many of the hype
Too many of
jobs
the
was
fighters they
losing,
wanted to win and shit. Hell yeah.
exposing the lies that, or the agenda, the screwed up agenda that, you know, unfortunately that they let Lampley get away with. You know, they got too Hollywood, man. They was too focused on making themselves sound good and look good, vice giving you the real in boxing, the real deal.
You
You
know,
know?
they've been on a down slope ever since Floyd left them though. It's just been downhill from
Yeah.
there. You know, they was hanging on to these fighters or whatever. As soon as Floyd said HBO need to fire you, you know, shit about boxing, all that shit, it was just a
Yeah,
wrap from there.
yeah, to
What was that
what's
dude
the
name? I
name?
forgot.
Um,
Larry Merchant, right? Or is that his
Larry
name?
Merchant. Yeah, Larry
Yeah,
Merchant, man.
Larry Merchant.
That set it off right there because we all know Larry Merchant was on some bullshit for a long time, man. For a long
Yeah,
ass time.
yeah.
Since the early '80s, he been on some bullshit, man.
Senior citizen
And
hating.
and it was for a long time. And then, unfortunately, because Lampley in the beginning, man, when he first started, he was calling stuff down the middle, man. Back in
Right.
the day, he was good on calling stuff down
Hey,
the
y'all, I'll
middle.
be right back. I'm going to go to the bathroom
Same,
real quick. I'll be straight
same,
back.
and
I'll be straight back.
All right.
then once Uncle Larry Merchant started getting in his ear, then you start seeing Lampley change, the things he said was he's starting to get biased, you know.
Right.
Then once Max came on, he brought a little of that back. He brought that balance, the honest reporting, the honest deal of the fight, commentating. He brought that back, but then unfortunately, over time, he too fell
Yeah.
victim of being changed and becoming biased and getting and feeding into the agenda. You
Yep.
know, that false narrative.
Yeah.
And you know, I been got tired of it, and a lot of us did, man. And this is just some time coming, and we saw this, but not this abruptly. Not I thought it was gonna be like maybe another year and a half, maybe to the end of the contract, their current contract or whatnot, or finish out the year. Then they would have maybe did some restructuring, maybe a little firing, a little hiring, but not this, not completely get out the game. That's it. It's a wrap. It's over. Good night. Close the coffin.
Hey,
It's a wrap.
yeah, it's done deal.
And it's sad, man. It's sad because you know HBO was a shit back then, man. HBO was a shit, man. There's a lot of memories, man. You know, a lot of memories. The whole reason my old man, the whole reason my old man got cable back in the day was because the HBO fights.
Yeah.
You know
What's up, Dr. Blake?
Hello?
What's up, man?
Yo, what's good? I'm just outside walking out and gonna talk to you guys because I want to talk about Billy Joe Saunders, man.
You breaking up a little bit, man. Where you at, in the forest and shit?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Wait, can you hear me?
You breaking up real bad, bro.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Sound like you in the bubbles, you know. Sound like you at SeaWorld or some shit. Hey, but what I was gonna say, actual facts. What also too, man. I know, like, yeah, man. It's been a pattern of guys that have been calling down the middle. Teddy Atlas is another one, man. You know, he would call it down the middle, and then eventually he started getting biased as well.
Hell yeah, man. Teddy Atlas, man. He used to call this shit right down the middle, man.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, great boxing knowledge and all of that shit. I was like, damn, I would learn a lot of shit from hearing him talk. You know,
the only time when he was show bias is whenever Mike Tyson fight. He'd be on that hating shit. People, we all know that they had history.
Oh, did you see what he said recently?
Yeah, man. It's
bro
digging himself in the hole, man. Because one part, you know, like last year, they had made up, you know, they hugging it out, you know, and then he go off and say some dumb shit, man. You know.
What's up, Dr. Blick? What's going on, Dr. Blick? You live from UK? What time is it over there, dude? Glad you can join us. Dr. Blick, you there? Going once, going twice. Dr. Blick, you're out of here, dude. You're on mute. You're on mute, dude. Do you know that?
Yo.
Dr. Blick, where are you at? You scuba diving? What you doing?
Yeah, I'm just outside, just working on some stuff. But
man, you sound like you scuba diving, dude. What the fuck?
It sounds like
the fuck are you doing, dude?
Shout out to St. Cruising in the chat.
Did you get tested by VADA? Did you fail VADA too?
That nigga failed VADA and he stopped talking. Right?
Yo, hello, Dr. Blick, you there?
Yo, hello.
Oh, you there?
Yeah, hello.
Wait. Hold on.
I can hear you now. We can hear you now. You there?
They said that track phone.
All right, while Dr. Blick's having technical difficulties. Oh, he's coming back. He said, "Fuck this, I'm coming back." What's going on? He says, "I'm gonna get a better signal." Okay, that's what he just said. Okay, that's straight. Actual facts. What were you saying in the chat? Because people were saying that their bitterness is gonna end up on Twitter. Now you'll know their true feelings towards each other. Lawsuits, all kind of shit. It's about to get ugly. Y'all think it's gonna get ugly? Y'all think so?
Andrade stays on Twitter.
A lawsuit? Y'all think it's gonna be a lawsuit? But no, but listen, Andrade is signed to Eddie Hearn and DAZN in Matchroom Boxing. He's signed to that. Billy Joe Saunders is on a 1-fight deal. That's it. That's all it is. You know, and they have that in these contracts. When a fighter fails a drug test, they have that. That's on the clause. You know, Say Cruiser says year-round VADA testing for every title fight. Absolutely. That's going. I'm telling you right now, bro. That's gonna show who the real champions are from the shooters.
Yep.
Because you got a lot of fighters out here that are on that shit, but off of that shit, what are they? We already seen with Canelo his size difference. Complete size difference. Now it worked in his favor because he was able to, you know, withhold those Triple G shots. But I think he took a lot of punishment in that fight. What do you guys think? I think he took his fair share of punishment. Canelo did.
He did.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
He took it and he took it.
I mean, just because people say that his face, just because people say that his face wasn't all marked up like Triple G's was, doesn't mean he didn't take a lot of blows to his face, like to his body and shit. Well, they say he only Triple G only drove through 3 body shots, but some of those headshots were flush.
Yeah, they was flush, man.
Some of them, yeah.
It was flush.
He took all that shit.
He took some damage, man. And I think, you know, Canelo should take at least 6 months off, man, till the next fight. You know?
He said December, man. That's what they talking about.
He's fighting in December already. He's not holding up. Do you think that's too soon? This was this is a big fight. Do you think he still got a little wear and tear on his body from training camp and from all of this?
I think so, man. I think he should take 6 months off at least, you know. You know, just 3 months to just fully recover, chill, don't do nothing, and then train the next 3. Just 6 months off without a fight, man. You don't need to be coming into December and trying to fight for what? For what? We already have big cards coming up in December with Deontay Wilder and Fury. You know, there's no need to be competing with that. You know, because that card is going to be hot. Because they keep putting on, adding to the card, and it's just getting more flames on it, more fire each and every day. So you don't need to try to compete with that. Take a rest, take a breather, enjoy your family, enjoy your new riches, and just live life, man. Just relax for like 6 months, man. Chill out. You know, you come back Cinco de Mayo if you want, man. You got to come back right away on December.
Michael Cooper says, great point, Corey. And I still think Canelo just cycled off of the steroids on the second fight. Most people don't understand how good these doctors are at hiding it. Wow.
This is
game
science,
changer.
Man.
Game changer.
It's a science, man. It's a science, you know, and they have the little cycles, and you know, Paulie Malignaggi, you know, he put it all out there. He's like, look, man, these guys, you know, they get, you know, the surprise testing and the surprise VADA testing. That's when you get caught, and that's exactly how Canelo got caught. You know, that's exactly how David Benavidez got caught. You know?
But how can you cheat? How can you cheat when like Sean Porter, for instance, how can you cheat when a doctor's at your facility or at your house or wherever you're at 9 times out of 14 days? 9 days out of 14 days. How can you cheat? How? I don't think it's possible. I really don't.
Sean Porter wasn't cheating.
Boy, I'm just saying that's how strenuous the VADA program is.
Yeah.
But some, you know, they don't do that. See, they do that.
Shout out Michael Cooper in the chat. St. Cruiser says Corey is right. Anything reasonably close, Canelo will get the nod. I've been saying that shit, dog, for a while now. People are just now getting hip to it. I think if Charlo fights Canelo and it's a close, automatic Canelo. Automatic.
Ew.
And it's not fair, but it's the sport, you know. It's the sport. You know, you think they're gonna let Charlo win and throw away those millions that they could get with their poster boy Canelo? You gotta understand, you guys. Canelo wasn't built up overnight. This dude's been fighting in prime time fights since he was like 18 years old, 19 years old. I mean, shit, he fought fucking he's fought Mosley at 19 or 20 or some crazy shit. Yeah, the dude been knee deep in this shit, man. They not gonna let Charlo win. Fucking, you know, Charlo's got to get the fucking knockout. Ain't no two ways about it. And I don't see Canelo fighting anywhere near or anywhere remotely close to how a J-Rock fought. They're two totally different fighters. So don't even give me that.
In the case of Jamal, man, I think he needs to get the knockout not because he'll get cheated. I just think he can't outbox Canelo. You know what I mean? So I think that he'll have to get the knockout to win against Canelo. Otherwise, Canelo just gonna outslick him and outbox him. my opinion.
Quincy says they're all on steroids. Nate Diaz said that. Wow. Michael Cooper says Sean was not tested at the Paulie fight. Paulie thought Porter was on that shit also. He was clean for Garcia. That's why he didn't get no. That's why Sean Porter ran through Paulie Malignaggi like a little kid.
Too, though. Daddy did too though.
But
I think Paulie was just past his prime.
Paulie at that point, he was already past his prime, man. He's already shot.
You got stretched, nigga.
So, for him to say,
I wouldn't even say Paulie got stretched. He got mugged. I mean, that was a mugging. Like, man, give me this shit. I'm robbing you, nigga. Give me that shit. Give it up. What the fuck wrong with you? Like, the way he beat Paulie Malignaggi was like a mugging. Like, he just ran up on him and just beat the shit out of him. And just threw him over the ropes with his body. Like, just push him over the ropes. Like, you know how you just mug a dude and you just push him over? Like, oh, my God, it was brutal. I never seen Paulie Malignaggi look that bad, even in the Miguel Cotto fight. I mean, he looked horrible. Horrible. Plastered. I mean, finished. Finito. If Paulie Malignaggi was in fights like that, if he was in any more fights like that Sean Porter fight was, that shit starts minusing your life expectancy. Seriously. Like, I don't think you guys know how bad Paulie got beaten that Sean Porter fight. That was a mugging. That was a thrashing. That was a head turner. I mean, you would think it was going to be competitive. You know, Paulie box around. Sean Porter said, fuck all that. I'm coming at your neck now. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. It's like Mike Tyson was coming towards, you know what I'm saying, McNeely or some shit. It was a mugging.
I was surprised Paulie stood up for that long, man.
Yeah, it was like his heart was telling him. It was like his brain was telling him one thing, but his heart was telling him another thing. Like, yo, sit down. But then his heart was like, nah, stand up. So it's like he was caught in the middle. And then he paid for that shit dearly. Dude, I would have, after that first knockdown, I would have just laid down, dog. I mean, you don't have it anymore. You don't have it anymore. You're finished. You're past your prime. You've already became a world champion. At that time, was Sean Porter a world champion? I think he had the IBF strap, didn't he?
He had the IBF.
That was his first and only title defense, right? Because Kell Brook was right after that, right?
Yep.
Wait a minute. He defended this belt versus Paulie?
Yeah.
Is that what y'all saying?
Yeah. Michael Cooper says, Corey, do you really think it's possible for Jarrett Hurd not to be on drugs? Big endurance and can take all shots to the head. I think Jarrett Hurd is very clean. I think he's a very clean boxer. I mean, let's be honest. He's got 2 straps, so he's got to deal with 2 organizations testing him. Matter of fact, he's got to deal with 3. He's got the IBO too. He's got the IBO, the WBA, and the IBF. So he's got 3 straps, you guys. Okay. You guys in the chat were the same ones saying that the IBF sanctioning body was the best organization. That's what Jarrett Hurd has. That's what people said in the chat, though. I'm just going on what they say. Yeah. So you can't say that for Earl Spence and not say that for Jarrett Hurd. That's a hypocrite. He's got the same exact belt that Earl Spence has at 1 division higher. So the same thing that applies to Earl Spence will be the same thing that applies to Jarrett Hurd. Straight up. WBC is the one that tests. No, the IBF tests too. The IBF test.
They're not consistent, bro.
They might not be as consistent, but you same fans in the chat. I'm not saying you, Michael Cooper, but there's plenty of other ones in the chat with you right now that says that Earl Spence is clean. He's got the IBF strap. They test. Well, shit.
Hello?
Jarrett Hurd's got the IBF strap.
Hello.
What's up, Dr. Blick? Hey, Blicky with the sticky.
Bruh.
What's up, man?
Yeah, not much, man. I heard about Billy Joe.
Yo, what's up with your boy?
He's not my boy, bro.
Nah. Yo, Yo, Dr. Blicky, yo, he the first one that don't claim none of his UK fellow partners.
Hell yeah.
Nah, Lee, are you from the UK, Dr. Blicky?
Nah, I'm from the UK, man. But if this guy,
you hate on all UK fighters, dog.
Billy Joe and nice
and
guy,
I think
man.
you do that shit just on my show because I heard you on the boxing clinic praising all these UK fighters.
Yeah, like Billy, yo, man.
Corey, this nigga not even from the UK.
Yeah, I called him shit.
Nah. I've never had a problem with him until him failing now and the stuff of hard that he's done of recent. Now the guy is a nice person. Like, have you heard like a couple of years ago he used to record his son going up to random guys, asking them to punch them in the balls and shit.
Wow.
But look, let me ask you this though, man. What's up with you and Billy Joe, man? How you feeling about that?
Man, it's bad. It's bad.
Break it down for us, man. What does this say to DAZN and Eddie Hearn and the whole Boston card? What's going on? Let us know.
The fight might have to be scrapped, and he should be stripped.
Might have to be, or is going to be stripped?
It's going to be.
Might have to be? You said might have to be. Those are your words. I'm quoting Dr.
I still expect there to be a replacement opponent at least, but I don't expect Billy Joe to fight there. I expect him to be stripped. And we could see Demetrius.
Manuel Char has a WBA strap, and his B sample came back negative, and he was able to keep his WBA strap. So what do you feel like is going to happen in this situation? Are they going to go with a B sample? What are they going to do? I mean,
if his B sample's clean. If his B sample's fine, man, like because of the white dude, man.
Yeah, you feel like
because of the white dude.
Yeah,
he's gonna be fine, man. He's white. They're not gonna do nothing to him.
He's a white dude. Hold on, are you white?
No.
I'm fucking with you, Dr. Blick. I'm fucking with you, dog. Yo, but Dr. Blick, why you think it shouldn't be a white and black thing? I mean, do you feel like
it always is, man? Like you said the WBA get it helps this guy continue on fighting based on his B samples. But they take Ortiz off the ranking.
Bulgarian, I think he's Bulgarian.
They still took Ortiz off the ranking.
But look, Manuel Char is Bulgarian though, so I can't you classify.
No, but you know how it always favors the European fighters. It's always favored the European fighters.
I don't know, man.
I
don't know, man. Usyk's been, went through the gauntlet. I mean, he had to fight Gassiev in his own hometown. Come on, dog. Let's be real. We gonna say one thing, we gotta say the other.
No, I'm saying like European fighters get favored.
To fight Gassiev in his own backyard, dude.
Wait, where's Garcia from again?
Russia.
He's European as well.
Yo, but I'm saying Usyk. It was supposed to be at a neutral ground, and somehow or another the neutral ground got scrapped, and now all of a sudden they had to fight. Just like the Colin Smith and
I feel
they had to fight in July. It was supposed to be the same thing.
I feel you on that. Yeah, I feel you on that.
But Gassiev fought in his hometown in Russia for the finale.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The guy still got bodied, man.
Yeah, but he's got his ass fooled. But what if we needed the judges though? That's what I'm saying. Like it was still in his hometown, you know? I'm just being real with you.
That is true. I do see where you're coming from, but I'm saying that like say we switch the roles around. If it was Demetrius
Michael Cooper in the chat. Look what Manny just said. He says IBF is the worst. And Michael Cooper says I'm from Baltimore. I root for him, Jared Hurd, that is. Yes, and Earl Spence is not on testing either. So explain that, Michael Cooper. Let the Earl Spence fans know. What do you mean, Michael Cooper? You mean Earl Spence is not testing for VADA? What do you mean? Let us know. Explain yourself.
The guy signed up.
Ready.
For WBC test, like he signed up. He enrolled.
Who signed up?
That's where Errol Spence signed up.
He signed up?
Yeah, that's what he did. I swear I saw on like Boxing Clinic's channel or something
like that.
He's in a
Yeah.
boxing clinic.
Swear?
No, I'm not even joking. I've seen
You
videos saying that
swear.
Errol Spence.
Right. But have you the only
So
thing
you
about
trying
it,
to
bro,
tell me, oh, look, Michael Cooper says it's online. You can see the people. He said you can see the people that are not signed up. Well, is Earl Spence signed up, Michael Cooper? Because Michael Cooper's saying that he's not signed up and he's an Earl Spence fan. So what are you saying, Dr. Blick? Now we're back at you.
I'm saying that I've heard somewhere that Errol Spence has signed up. You look, okay, I see it. Errol Spence has enrolled with VADA. And this was about 2 weeks ago.
Michael Cooper, he's saying that he's saying that Earl Spence enrolled Michael Cooper. So what are you saying? You saying Michael Cooper says it's online. You can see that people that are not signed up. So he's saying that Earl Spence wasn't signed up. And now he says no, Hurd, laugh out loud. Guest from Maryland. But how did Hurd get into the mix of things when we're talking about Earl Spence? But why would Hurd even be signed up? He's not even fighting for the WBC right now. He has nothing to do with the WBC right now. Just like Usain fan said that Earl Spence had no fighting against the WBC and all of this.
He's a top fighter though.
Nah, but I'm telling you, man, with Errol Spence, man, the rules are different.
But nah, I mean, in my personal opinion, I think Jared Hurd. I think Jared.
No, I'm just saying. People are saying, man, with Errol Spence, the rules are different.
I think Jared Hurd should sign up to the clean boxing program, but I want to see that fight get made first. You know, I want to see that fight get at least, they sign up because, like you said, IBF have their own testing protocol, but I don't think it's as strenuous as the WBC is. I think every boxer should go through the WBC testing. That's how I feel, you know. But
correction though, he did sign up when he fought the Kell Brook fight. When he fought,
he did.
You said he wasn't before, so he did sign up when he fought Kell Brook.
But why hasn't he signed up now though? It's weird.
There's a lot of people, like Dr. Blake just said. I saw it on the boxing clinic video. So he's, they said it on YouTube. I get that, but the thing about it is, how long does it take for it to update on BoxRec? Because I can go to BoxRec and I can see a lot of fighters that has VADA Clean Boxing Program right under their name, but it doesn't have it for him. So at the end of the day, I believe in when it shows up on BoxRec. You know what I mean? So if he is good, I'm glad. I'll be glad if he enrolls in VADA because we need a clean sport, man. We need to make sure all the top fighters are enrolled in VADA, not just some people who are trying to push that narrative that he is, to get the pressure off him. He needs to be really enrolled, and hey, but your boy is a top fighter too, man. So I'm not saying that he's a dirty fighter, nothing like that. Your boy Jared Hurd, but he's already, if he plans on facing Jamel, I mean, same thing like how with Errol Spence. Like, why wait? It's like you can enroll in VADA, then you put yourself on the even playing field, with your opponent, and it's random blood in your intestine. So, like I say, I can't accuse somebody if there's no proof. But at the end of the day, we can't when people just start saying, oh, somebody's enrolled, and then I go check BoxRec and it's not there, I'm just like, well, what makes him different from any other fighter who really is enrolled and it shows up, but when it comes to him, he's so special that they don't even put it on BoxRec. So I don't understand that.
Well, you talk about Errol Spence.
Yeah.
Errol Spence, man. Errol Spence, he gets that special treatment by a lot of boxing fans.
Well, yeah, you just said that you had heard it, and you just said you heard it from the boxing clinic. I'm like, that's cool, but that doesn't mean like he's a credible source. Like a credible source is like the actual website, like say the WBC website, or say like why is it not updated on BoxRec? You know what I mean? So if it's taking a while to update it, then cool. And then what I did see, which is why I question it, is because people show where it says he completed.
BoxRec said, BoxRec, Unbiased Biased Boxing Talk says BoxRec says Earl Spence is not signed up right now.
So you're saying that we need tangible evidence showing.
Unbiased Biased Boxing Talk says Corey Lee Boxing. BoxRec says Earl Spence is not enrolled into VADA. There is no VADA CBP near his name as of today. Right. What do you guys think about that? That's what Unbiased Biased Boxing Talk says. I'm reading.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people that said he signed up, they went to the the VADA website, and they said, yeah, it shows that Errol Spence has completed the VADA testing. Not enrolled. It says completed. So, but there's also fighters on there who says that they're enrolled and they've retired already. You know what I mean? So what it looks like is VADA has not updated their website. So how can you have guys enrolled in VADA who's not even boxing? You know what I mean? So the thing about it is, we're not saying that he wasn't enrolled in VADA ever, but you can't just go to an old link or old site where, you know, they haven't updated and said that he's completed, because if it's new, then it just says he's enrolled, but it says he completed VADA. But people are saying that he enrolled, but then they put up a link that says Errol Spence completed VADA. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So at the end of the day, it's not really definitive. You know, it's not definitive. So people get mad at me when I say, you know, that doesn't prove nothing to me right there, because there is other fighters on that website who have already retired from boxing, and they're still on the website. It says that they're enrolled. Congratulations to this such person for completing VADA. And it's like, this motherfucker not even fighting no more. So why is he still on there? You know what I mean? So it just shows that they have not updated their website. But a lot of people that's already enrolled in VADA, you can see it on BoxRec. BoxRec is current. So when will they put it up there? When they put it up there, I will believe it wholeheartedly. But I guess, you know, a lot of people feel like, you know, hey, it just needs to say it on the VADA website, and that's it. You know what I mean? But
that's another thing too, you guys. I've been reading my my comment section on the Billy Joe Saunders video, and people are saying that, man, Billy Joe Saunders is real critical. Hold on, we got a lot of feedback from you, actually. We're pretty much saying that it's a lot of stuff. You know, Billy Joe Saunders was saying a lot of stuff about Canelo Alvarez when he cheated. So, hey.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey.
Dirty hypocrite.
Hey.
Dirty, juicy hypocrite,
man.
Yo, it's back at you, Billy Joe Saunders. How do you like those apples?
Billy Ho Saunders, man. Billy Ho Saunders.
Hey, he was so critical and so, you know, judgmental on Canelo Alvarez's case of computerol. Now it's back on Billy Joe Saunders. How do you feel? How do you guys think this should happen?
Yo, I got a new name for Billy. Billy Juice Saunders.
Oh my God.
Billy Juice.
Billy
like
Juice.
Beetlejuice, but it's just Billy Juice.
This nigga.
Say
Billy Juice?
He might appear with a chicken to hit you with.
Billy Juice.
You say his name 3 times, it comes at you with a chicken.
Shit, man. Billy Juice Saunders.
Billy Juice. You gotta say it 3 times and shit. This nigga crazy.
He
bro.
come at you with a chicken and shit to hit you with. Say it 3 times, damn, he hit you with a chicken. Ask Deontay Wilder about him.
Michael,
yo, man, threw a chicken at him, man. Telling his son to go and punch random people in the balls and recording and laughing.
Oh my God!
He said while his son was punching random dudes in the nuts, he forgot about.
Yeah, he recorded. Like he took the post down. He probably told his son to go and punch Willie Monroe in the balls, man.
He said he was punching random dudes and he forgot about random testing.
busy telling freaking a crackhead to punch someone in the face because they're a pedophile randomly, getting fined $100K. And this is recent. Like, all of these stuff are so close together.
Yeah. That motherfucker, bro, that shit is... A lot of people say because of his behavior, man. Like, you know, like I said, I did some research on it, man. Sometimes motherfuckers act out, start doing that crazy shit. That's a symptom of somebody who's on PEDs. But, yeah, man, you got to shut that Canelo shit down,
He's always been crazy. He's always been crazy like that.
Yeah, he always been doing, you know, wild shit. I guess it just caught up with him, bro. Just caught up with his ass.
I feel sorry for Demetrius.
Yeah, man, that sucks, man, because that dude can't catch a break. When he wants to fight, the damn fighter pulls out and get hurt. And then...
Let's be honest, Billy Joe didn't want to fight him. He knew he could have beat him.
I felt like he was looking for a reason to get out of the fight, bro.
Yeah, he did. He knew he could have beat his ass.
You think once he saw him working out and all that, and everybody was like, damn, Demetrius got big as shit. He probably was like, nah, fuck this shit. he probably was like, "Fuck this shit. That motherfucker look big as shit now."
Now the guy gonna probably have to fight for a vacant belt.
Yeah. But who?
Yeah, watch him. Watch David Lemieux come out and say, "Yo, he probably was juicing when he fought me."
Right.
But Joe, to be honest with you, man, only thing that would have helped Billy Joe in that fight was the stamina, in my opinion. With the
yo, I got to tell you something as well. If you look back at Billy Joe's old fights, yeah, even against Chris Eubank Jr., Billy Joe's major weakness was stamina. He hasn't always had great stamina.
Yeah. By the seventh round, he used to gas out by the seventh.
Exactly.
Canelo too, though.
And now he didn't have abs. He didn't have stamina. He had he's been in the best shape that he's ever been in, like visually.
Yeah, he did.
Based on how he used to look.
Yeah, based on that, how he looked with Eubanks, and then when he fought Lemieux, there was a big difference, man. And then his stamina looked like good. You know, he was definitely, using the ring a lot, using his legs a lot. And he didn't look that faded. He didn't look tired like that during the Lemieux fight. So, yeah, you got a point.
Yeah.
Billy Joe Saunders, man.
It's crazy, man.
Billy
bullshit.
Or as actually say, Billy Juice.
Billy Juice, man.
That sucks, man, about HBO.
No, that's.
Oh,
because
I was getting ready to read that.
We're gonna see Anthony Joshua come out juicing.
What'd you say?
I said, what's gonna happen next? Is AJ the next one to come out juicing?
No, because he ain't gonna fight for that WBC. See,
Billy Joe was going for WBO. He still got caught.
No, but Demetrius Andrade pays for VADA. That's the difference. See, I already did put out the art. I put up the video when he did it. You know what I'm saying? He did the video on the boxing voice. He pays for VADA, clean boxing program. The test, he said, go ahead.
And the WBO pretty much follows everything that WBC does.
I don't know if they do that, but I'm just
for the most part.
Well, if that's the case, yeah, that's how you know the clean fighters. The ones that pay for VADA, those are the clean ones. The ones going out of the way to make sure the people that they're fighting against is on the even playing field.
I mean, Demetrius Andrade got a lot of heat because he was one of the guys that came out and said that Errol Spence, he said he don't know what he's doing over there, but whatever he's doing, keep doing it, because he just said that this guy is just getting better and better all of a sudden, So he was kind of making it almost like insinuating that this guy might be on something, Then he started immediately.
Of course, he's gonna get heat, man. Anytime you criticize Errol Spence, you get heat.
I mean, obviously, yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah, remember when you criticized him? People were coming at you.
This ain't nothing new over here, bro.
Yeah, I see people say Errol Spence washes everybody from 147 to 168 pounds.
What? 168 pounds, yo.
Yeah, I see people saying Errol Spence washes people from 147 to 168 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They believe
crazy.
You go ahead and believe that shit. You go ahead and believe that shit if you want.
They won't put money on it.
I'm telling you, man. You know how boxing works. You lose to someone that you're not meant to ever lose to.
Yeah, man. When we start talking about PEDs, a lot of people, the ones that was early in the chat, they left. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, they.
Nah, but you hear a lot of people feel like this fight with Tyson Fury might not go through. Still.
Say again.
A lot of people I'm seeing think that this fight with Tyson Fury is not going to actually happen in the end.
What?
You said the Tyson Fury and Wilder or something?
Yeah, a lot of people still think it's not going to happen because of Frank Warren's history of announcing fights and then some fights not happen.
But that's a lot of promoters though, man. That's not just Frank Warren.
I know, but they were saying that the example they used is Wilder was meant to fight Derek Chisora a few years back, and that fight never happened. And Frank Warren confirmed it. Yeah, I do know what you mean, though. I feel like this fight is still going to happen, but a lot of people are trying to say that they still don't think it's going to happen.
I think Hearn has a vested interest in having his little street team and cohorts do whatever they can to disrupt this fight.
I know. Because
Especially
why do you
now,
think it was what?
And
I was
especially
gonna say,
after Frank Warren pretty much sunned Barry Hearn on radio on a podcast in front of millions of people. He made him look bad. So yeah, especially now.
yeah, I agree with you, man. There's one thing I did notice is that
Hey, this dude always eating while we live, yo. What's up with you, yo?
I'm hungry, bro.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yo, good answer. Good answer, yo.
Well, what if he would have said, "Man, Corey, I'm hyperglycemic, man. Chill."
What the fuck? Oh, Nick Diaz is back. He says, "What the fuck is my dude Triple G going to fight?" Oh, I don't know, man.
Your dude Triple G, man. Your dude Triple G needs to hang up them gloves, bro.
Doesn't have a fight signed. Boxing Show says RP Boxing, HBO Boxing, great times. Unbiased Biased Boxing Talk says we need to clean up the sport. But was it really good times with HBO Boxing? Because I could not stand their post-fight press. I mean, their post-fight interviews, man. Them shits were hard. I cringed every time I watched Larry Merchant interview somebody because he was a prick. I hated that dude. I don't hate a lot of people, man, but I very disliked Larry Merchant, man, because he was one of those. I think he was a little racist too. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
Yeah, he was.
He always wanted. It's like the fucking boxer is the one boxing. He's the one putting on his life on the line. Sometimes when it was time for him to interview the boxer, he's like, all right, calm down. You're telling a pit bull that just fucking destroyed a guy to calm down. He just knocked dude head off. Larry Merchant, you don't know anything about that because you've never boxed.
Right.
So RIP to HBO Boxing, and I won't miss him. You can stamp that. And Corey Lee said that twice on Sundays, baby. What's happening?
Twice on Sundays.
I mean, HBO Boxing dudes was I think it was a dark. I think, to be honest with you, the last couple of years have been the dark side of boxing. I'm gonna be real with you.
My only thing is that they should have got rid of certain people and kept like Andre Ward on. I think
Roy Jones is cool.
Roy
Jones. Michael Cooper, Cooper, you saying that you don't think Larry Merchant was a racist? You just think he was a dick. But are you white or black though? Because it's different. It's different from looking at it from another perspective. I'm just being real with you. I'm just being real with
racist people.
Especially
Jim Lampley.
I'm just being real with you, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just truly, the reason why I was saying Larry Merchant was on some racist shit. I'm not saying every interview he did was racist, but I'm just saying, especially with Floyd Mayweather, he was on some racist shit, dude. Like, I mean, you wouldn't let the guy talk. Then you're gonna tell him what he's gonna talk about. Like, no, I asked you a question. Like, Floyd Mayweather, dude, did you see that interview when he said HBO needs to fire your ass?
Yeah,
what would you guys have done in that situation?
If I was 20 years,
beat your ass.
Dude, that was all that. I think they fired him after that.
Yeah, remember when he said if I was 20 years younger, I'll beat your ass.
And Floyd
this dude, Dr. Blick, sound like he got 27 donuts in his throat. Yo.
Pause, man.
He said pause.
Yo, but actual facts, what would you have done though? You know what I'm saying, with the whole situation though? I mean, I'm gonna be real with you though. Oh, Michael Cooper says, I just don't like people using racist talk all the time. It's corny to me. This is like one of the first times I've actually used racism on my show since February, since I started my show. This is one of the first times that I've used racism on my show. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But you got to call a spade a spade. Larry Merchant was toxic for the sport. Toxic. And I truly think he had a little bit of racism in him as well. That's what I think. Yeah.
Even if you don't want to say racist, you could say he was biased to a particular complexion, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just being real. I'm calling a spade, Michael Cooper. This is what we do on this channel. That's why it's a little different than other channels. We touch on subjects other shows ain't gonna really touch on,
Facts.
That's why it's back with another banger. Not another, you know what I mean, bullshit podcast. Like, you know, like we're the voice of reason, you know. Michael Cooper says, I'm white, Jewish, but from Baltimore. I'm around plenty of blacks. But you're not black, though.
Hey, man.
But we're not here to call you out. We're not here to call you out, man. Like I said, it's all love, man. But it's just a different We're echoing Dr. Blick. We're eating and you're echoing. The two no-nos.
His new restaurant,
Echo
Eats.
But yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, man, all I'm saying is, and I'm gonna be real with you, blacks can be racist too.
Right.
You know, blacks can be racist too, though, Michael Cooper. So I'm not just saying it's one-sided. You know what I mean? Blacks can be racist too.
Only biased to just all black fighters. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, you gotta call a spade a spade. You know, if you're gonna play one side, you gotta. I'm gonna step up and say what I feel is right from the heart. But I'm gonna also say when I feel like, you know, a fucking boxing fan is a like pro like white fan. Like, you know what I mean? He don't like me. I like Usyk. I get a lot of heat for that shit. I don't know why, but I do. I do.
Yeah, you do.
But like, that's my favorite fighter. You know, that's who I like. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not gonna feel what I'm feeling. Everybody's not gonna understand what I'm saying. But you know what's so crazy though, Michael Cooper? I've been liking Usyk before he was a unified champion. And everybody on the panel can tell you that. I've been talking about this dude Usyk for years now. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like it's just like the reason why I started this whole podcast and this whole YouTube shit is because of the World Boxing Super Series. When they started that series, that was one of my first videos. It was like Garcia versus the Tacos. That was my first video I dropped. And then from then on out, you know, I was like, you know what? Usyk's in that tournament and it's game time. You know what I'm saying?
You call them their tacos.
Doritos.
Torticos.
Yeah.
Torticos. But all right.
Torticos.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, man, Dave Kirkwood says, what's up, Corey? Billy Joe is a scumbag of a man. Karma's is a bitch. Yeah, man. Michael Cooper says, I feel you, Corey. I think when people use that racist talk, it makes me more racist while white and black. I mean, yeah. I mean,
I ain't gonna go as far as calling Billy Joe a scumbag, but is he an idiot? Hell yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
But I think he's calling Billy Joe a scumbag because of that shit he did to that crackhead.
Oh yeah, that was a scumbag. Yeah, that was a scumbag.
I think that's why he's calling him a scumbag because you know what I'm saying.
Definitely, 100% agree with that. That was a scumbag move. You know, and he was probably under the influence when he was doing that. Why is he around crackheads?
Mosquito says, nope, it's justified. Jim Lampley is a racist piece of shit. I mean, hey, that's coming from the fans. You know what I mean? And he's a moderator on my channel. So that I'm just, you know, sometimes I speak from the heart and people understand that and people understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I say the shit I say, Michael Cooper. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you're Jewish and that's fine. You know, I got Jewish friends too, man. There's a Jewish community center right up the street from my house.
Is Jim Lampley Jewish or something? Or Larry Merchant?
Larry Merchant and Jim Lampley. I don't really like either one of them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say either one is racist.
I don't like him.
But you can make art. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna leave it alone like this. I'm gonna leave it alone at this, Michael Cooper. Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant, you can make cases for both of them for being racist. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, there's cases for both of them to be made, okay? Because what they've already done is already set in stone. You know, a lot of black boxing fans think Jim Lampley is racist. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you some real shit right now, dog. For real, though, dog. You know, he said, give me an example. Oh, my God. Yo.
I
mean, where do I start? Yo, where do I start? He says a legitimate one. For Jim Lampley? Oh my God, man. Where do I start? Let's just say never putting Floyd Mayweather on his pound for pound list. Huh? That ain't good enough for you?
Damn.
Huh? That ain't good enough for you? I could have checkmated you with that first comment, but I might keep going. I mean, Jim Lampley's just one of those type of guys, dude. He's not. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. Jim Lampley, he favors like Unbiased Boxing Talk says, he does favor Eastern European boxers, but it's not even that. He had Pacquiao, his number 1 pound for pound fighter. Like, this is how crazy Jim Lampley is. He had Manny Pacquiao, his number 1 pound for pound fighter, before he fought Mayweather. Okay, Mayweather fought Pacquiao and retired. Or, matter of fact, he didn't retire. I think, did he fought Berto after that? How did the sequence of events happen?
In his last fight, then he came back and fought McGregor.
Okay, so he fought Berto after he fought Pacquiao.
Right.
Okay, so he fought. This is a prime example. Okay, Jim Lampley had Pacquiao, his number 1 pound for pound fighter. Okay, for the last 5 years. Okay, and had Mayweather never on his top pound for pound list. Okay, which he honestly he beat Marquez, and Marquez knocked out Pacquiao. So why wouldn't that, that justifies that pound for pound right there? That kills your pound for pound rankings, And that's just one fact. Another fact is when Jim Lampley, when Mayweather solidified himself and beat Manny Pacquiao, Jim Lampley still didn't put him number 1. He put like Roman Chocolatito or some shit on there, or as his number 1, dude.
And he got stretched.
He still didn't put Mayweather his number 1 pound for pound, dude. Yeah, your boy Michael Cooper Lampley. Yeah, he did not. Okay, so you gotta call a spade, man. He never put Mayweather on his pound for pound list, even after the Pacquiao win. Okay. And then all of this shit he did with Kovalev and Andre Ward by pretty much trying to blackball Andre Ward, and that was one of his co-hosts. He was pretty much never put Andre Ward ahead of Kovalev. He put Kovalev ahead of Andre Ward. And they always used to use this, well, he's retired, where he's this, well, he's that, well, he's back, and they still didn't do it. When he came back, he still didn't do it.
Right.
These are 2 African-American fighters that never were on Jim Lampley's pound for pound list. Michael Cooper,
who never lost.
Now Michael Cooper saying he is not my boy. Laugh out loud. Hey, you justify. You want me to give you examples on why he's being racist in some of the bullshit that he's done in his HBO career? You didn't. He says these are not good points.
Mike, you threw on the fucking cape for fucking Lampley. Fuck that. You throwing a cape for that motherfucker.
Yeah, dog. I'm gonna let y'all have it. So let them know. I think I gave good points. What do you guys think?
Nah, you made great points, bro.
You made great points, man. You made great. Come on, man. The whole chat. No.
Well, what do you sum it up to? If you don't sum it up to racism, Michael Cooper, what do you use?
You're not giving black fighters their just due, period. That's what Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant been doing.
So if you don't call that racism, what do you call that?
All I'm saying is give black fighters their just due. That's all I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else.
If it's not racism, it's damn sure bigotry.
Michael Cooper says, Corey, this doesn't make him racist. What does it make him then? He's a white man. He's a white man in a powerful position, and he's not picking black fighters on his pound for pound list that reasonably and arguably are the best fighters of their generation.
He says, I call it they hate on Floyd because he left HBO. So what about Andrew Ward?
That's not hate. That's racism.
The racism is hate.
Yeah, come on, dude. You sound crazy. Come on, Michael Cooper. You're in a corner now, Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper, you're in a corner now, dude. We know you're Jewish and all of that, but you're in a corner now, dog. I'm gonna need you to get out the corner. So why do you feel like he's not racism? Let's switch it on you. All right. Since I'm making no valid points and I'm making no sense right now, he said, see, that's the problem. So if Jim was black, it was okay. But what black telecast or whatever, what black commentators have not gave white fighters their just due.
Right.
Crickets, man. It's game time, dude. HBO is on that bullshit, dog. Bernard Hopkins is blank racism. Yes, Bernard Hopkins is on some bullshit from time to time. I will say that. Like I said, racism is a retard logic. I mean, Dave Kirkwood and Michael Cooper. I mean, I feel both of you guys, but like I said, give me a number to call. Now he wants to call in. Yo, but
we put it in the chat, bro. Just
just put it in the chat and let us know, man. Let us know. You wanted me to say what I feel. Now I'm asking you to say what you feel. It ain't that hard. We got you. Come on. I feel like Jim Lampley is racist because he's never gave Floyd Mayweather or Andre Ward their just due. And then when they did beat Manny Pacquiao, when Floyd did beat Manny Pacquiao, it was excuses. It was like, oh, his shoulder was hurt. Oh, his shoulder was hurt. And then when Andre Ward beat Kovalev, Jim Lampley went to his grave saying Kovalev won that fight. So what's up? In black and white, he didn't.
Right.
And you know what? And since you want to say the whole narrative on HBO on Floyd Mayweather leaving HBO, well, what about Andre Ward? He stayed with HBO and still got this stick up his ass.
Come on,
pause. Fuck, man.
Now he ain't even speaking facts.
Fuck out of here.
And then another point that
what time it is? It's game time. It's season's greeting every time on Corey Lee Boxing, baby. You know what time it is. Don't give me that shit, dog. These are real facts I'm giving you, dog. You're not giving me anything. You haven't said anything. Now he says, you said I'm in a corner. You have not given me good points. These are not good points for you. You're not saying that these are good points because you don't want to accept them. Just like you don't want to accept that Jim Lampley's a racist. That's something that you don't want to accept. This is something that you don't want to accept as you being, and the way you were raised. Possibly, But racism, racism is big in America, man. You know what I'm saying? It's big all over. And it's in our sport, Actual Facts and Black Horsemen. I'm gonna let you guys take the podium. I don't want to hog you guys' time, man. But do you have anything to chime in on it?
You're making your points. I just wanted to add the simple fact that, like, say guys like Andre Ward, Mayweather, who done tremendous.
Quincy says they were good points. Thank you, Quincy. Thank you. I really appreciate that, man.
For real, I really not said anything that just even warrants you to call in anywhere, sir. But it's just like
BB says racism is in all sports, period.
It's in everything.
Hey, well, but this is our sport. This is boxing. This is our sport. So, Michael Cooper, said that Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant weren't racist guys and stuff like that. And I had to let him know why they were years and years and years. This is not just 1 year that, he's not giving Floyd Mayweather credit. These are years of him not giving Floyd Mayweather credit. Even when he was with HBO, still not giving him credit. And these are years of them not giving Andre Ward credit. These are years. These are not just, shit that just came out of nowhere. These are years, man. These are years. And I don't ever talk about racism on my show. This is the first time since February that I've even brought that shit up. But Michael Cooper, you are blind as fuck to the fact, dude. Open your fucking eyes, dude. Dude?
They don't just hate on Floyd, though. That ain't just the only guy they hate on.
Evil Green says Michael Cooper, a.k.a. Stevie Wonder. Checkmate, nigga.
Hey, another point that to add to what you said, I mean, they rated Lomachenko over all of those guys, man. And Lomachenko had, what, like 9-10 fights and lost to a shoplifter. You know what I mean? So it's just like, just dumb shit like that. It's just like, it's just, you got guys like Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward, and they would still rate somebody like a Lomachenko #1 pound for pound, over guys that have accomplished way more. You know what I mean? So they have a pattern of showing that they could be racist, man. you know. But at the end of the day, man, like I don't know if Jim Lampley is Jewish. You know, I think you said hell yeah he is or something like that, and that will make a lot more sense as to why you defending him so tough. You know,
Yep.
Jewish or whatever. So that just shows us right there. You know, people stick together. You know, Jews stick together. A lot of people just stick together, and they can't look past their complexion or their race or whatever, and give it up to somebody who might not be that fit into their category of race.
And Unbiased Biased Boxing Talk says Corey Lee bodied Michael Cooper. It's not about bodying him, man. It's about bringing awareness to the sport. He needs to learn that there is racism in our sport.
It is.
You know,
it's about cutting the bullshit out, man.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like, go ahead. I'm gonna let you rip. Hey, actual facts. Let them know what's up, because I know me and you talked about this before behind the scenes, man. Let them know how you feel.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's about keeping it 100, and now you see HBO boxing is no more because of it, because of the bullshit, because of the biasness, man. Come on, man. It was just a matter of time. It was a matter of time. And partly because they bias as shit. And they do little low-key racist shit.
Right.
And you just got to be in tune to catch it.
Right.
Catch it. When you blind to the facts and you blind to it, you of course you're going to defend and put the cape on for Lampley. Because you blind to the shit. It don't affect you.
Right.
He said, look, hey, actual, he says the way you guys are talking seems like you guys are looking for racist stuff. Wow.
Wow. Like, he's not a regular.
Nobody's looking for no racist stuff.
Wow.
It's right
there. It's HBO just announced today that there will be no more boxing. When you look at the history, the pattern of what they've been producing, you know, these past months, years, it's because of their bias and what it looks like to be racism, because they are only biased to a certain group, a complexion of people. European fighters. Unbiased said that shit earlier in the chat. I mean, if you just disagree with it, you disagree with it. But don't try to make it like we racist just because we identifying with shit. We're speaking on it, you know, when that's actually a great chance of what it is, because it turned off a lot of people, like people that's my complexion, people like actual facts complexion, people like Corey Lee's complexion, because we seen the bias and it's disgusting. So as a result, they lost the viewership from people like us. So yeah, you can be better, you can be mad all you want. We ain't the racist ones over here. We'll talk about it, but that don't make us racist just because we discussing it. Then y'all want to change the subject and shit. No. What about this fight coming up? Yeah, I know y'all want to get off that shit, but this is the reason why HBO boxing after 45 years is no more. Because racism is bad for business, period. It's bad for business, you know. But when you learn to just work with all different types of people, whether what language they speak, what complexion they are, and just you know, acknowledge who is the best, because this is a sport of boxing. But when you allow your bias and your racism and whatever belief systems you got to get in the way of what's real, then it's gonna be consequences for that. And so the consequences is, fuck out of here, HBO. You're done.
And Mosquito says, at Michael Cooper, we're trying to make you aware that people and publication who run boxing look at racism and are racist. And then Biased and Unbiased Boxing Talk says, Cooper, they are showing you that there is racism in the sport of boxing. That's all we're trying to show you, Michael Cooper. And he says he subscribed to me from Beebs, B9 with Beebs. Thank you. Beebs is my brother, yo. I fuck with Beebs, man. I've been on this show plenty of times, man. And like I said, it's one of those situations, man, where it's not me versus you, Michael Cooper. It's bringing awareness to you. You know, I've made valid points that you are trying to wash away, that you are not trying to see. So if I make valid points and people see that I'm making valid points, that's on you to see him. If you don't want to see him, and if you want to be Stevie Wonder, like somebody said in the chat, that's on you. But we're not gonna take up the whole time on this subject because you don't see it. That's something that you got to figure out with yourself. That, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is to it. That's all I can say. You know? And I think at this point, that's all there is to say about it, Michael Cooper. Like I said, you're still welcome here on the show. Nobody put you in timeout because this is the debate. You know, this is a debate. This is what we have on my channel. You know, we have debates like this, you know, that people need to hear. You know what I mean? Straight up. And I think that the whole racism thing and stuff like that, yes, it does get blown out of proportion sometimes. You know what I mean? But you got to understand, man, that HBO was doing a lot of fucking bullshit, man, for years and years, man. A lot of one-sided calls, a lot of, you know, not giving, you know, certain fighters, you know, black fighters their just due, you know. I've seen them give Mexican fighters their just due before they give a black fighter their just due, you know. And I mean, that's just what it is. You know, that's just what it is, you know. I mean, look at Marquez. Look at Marquez, for instance. Look at how much shine Marquez got on HBO. Did Timothy Bradley get that same shine? I doubt it. I doubt it.
Nope.
I doubt it. Now, if Timothy Bradley was with PBC, would his career have been different? I believe so. But these are my opinions. You have your opinion. I have my opinion. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. He says, Michael Cooper says, I disagree. And maybe more Mexican because that's business, not racism. I mean, you saying that it's a business thing. I didn't say, to be honest with you, I didn't say that the whole Timothy Bradley situation was a racism thing.
Good business on HBO.
I didn't say that was a racism thing. I'm just saying that right now that the whole, you know, situation going down with, you know, what went down with Timothy Bradley. I mean, he didn't really get any shine at HBO, in my opinion, man.
But when Chris Algieri was coming up, oh man, he got all the shine in the world.
All the
Nobody
shine,
knew
dude.
Chris
All the shine, dude.
He had that came out of nowhere.
All
the
shine, dude.
Got more love and appreciation than Floyd.
Algieri had more love in the fight that he
okay,
had.
Michael Cooper says. Michael Cooper says. Now Michael Cooper finally admitting. He says, "Okay, yes, maybe there is racist people, but your points are your opinion." He says we disagree. He says we disagree that all.
Let me ask everybody.
Gregory Wyatt with the super chat says, "I agree with Corey." Thank you so much, Gregory Wyatt. That means a lot to me, man. And like I said, man, this is a debate, man. And, you know, like I said, man, Michael Cooper, he says, I'm leaving the chat. I think it's sad that we're bringing up racist talk for boxing. But it's in the sport, though, Michael Cooper. You brought it up.
Even don't want to talk real talk.
Let me put it in perspective, though.
That's what I'm saying. Dudes the kitchen get hot and dudes get out quick.
Let me say something real quick. The fight with Algieri, and Manny Pacquiao, leading up to the fight, where was they putting the shine at? Chat, who was getting all the shine between leading up to the fight with Pacquiao and Algieri?
Oh shit!
I'll wait.
Right, crickets. It's gonna be crickets.
And Algieri's.
I think Algieri was.
Yeah.
And Algieri, because he was the champion too, though, right?
He beat
Pavanikov, right?
Oh, yeah. Prince Emil Hawkins says HBO equals hates blacks only.
And
hey, I'm not saying. So you gotta understand. You gotta understand, Michael Cooper. This is a very diverse channel. We got white, blacks, you know, Indians. We got, you know, all types of people in here, man. All types of people. And on my panel, you know, we got a different variety of people. You know what I mean? But you can't turn a blind eye, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
And I bet you Lampley enough.
And then at the end, after everything we said, actual facts and Black Horseman, before he said he was gonna leave, one of the key things that Michael Cooper said before he said he was gonna leave, he says, "Okay, maybe there is racist in boxing." You mean racism? Racist doesn't make any sense. Racism makes sense. That's the exact quote that came out of your mouth. But I'm telling you right now that yes, racism is in our boxing sport. Yes, it is, man. Straight up. And like somebody else said, it's in every sport.
All I'm saying
But
is,
don't try
Lampley,
to say that Jim Lampley is out of the is not out of the hot seat, dude. Oh man.
listen,
Oh man.
Lampley was hoping that Chris Algieri was gonna beat Manny Pacquiao.
Just like he
That's
hoped
that's
Sergey would
crazy.
beat Andre Ward.
That's a fact. He was
That's
hoping.
crazy.
You hear him through that fight, he was hoping every time Algieri landed something or try to land something, he was like, yes.
Oh, right hand.
All right, a right hand and a left hand. Damn it, he's down. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man.
Yo, they going in on Michael Cooper.
Lampley threw on that cape for Algieri, man. He had that cape for Algieri, like, yes, great white hype. He's gonna get it. He's gonna beat Pacquiao. He's gonna get him out of there. Nope.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And like, I'm one of the most channels, dude. I've seen people like other channels bring up race almost every podcast because it's stuff that needs to be said. I haven't brung up race or racism in our sport. I don't think ever have I, guys. You guys been on my show for months now,
And Chris Algieri's my guy, man. Shout out to Chris Algieri, man. That's that dude.
He be cooking them good ass meals.
You kind of sound like him and look like him a lot.
That's fucked up, man.
Yo, Chris Algieri a good dude though.
Like John B, bro. You don't
Chris Algieri in a face ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Yo, Chris Algieri, man. Errol Spence made him retire, but I heard he's gonna be coming back though, man. That's what's up though, man. He should come back.
No, sir.
I mean, I think he's good. I think he can beat fighters like Brandon Rios. I think he can beat fighters like John Molina. Yeah. I think he can beat fighters like Victor Ortiz.
No,
why not? Them other guys are putting on their headline shows and fights and shit like that.
Well, Victor Ortiz about to start fighting in the state pen and shit, so I don't know about all that.
That's a whole nother.
This nigga's a culinary artist, bro. He's cooking meals up, bro. So,
but yeah, man. Shout out to Michael Cooper, man. Like I said, man, it gets hot in the kitchen sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you saying that you're leaving. You saying you says I think it's sad that we're bringing up racist talk for boxing. But it's something that, what are we going to just turn a blind eye on it?
I think a lot of people get mixed up.
Like, that's crazy, though. Like, he says it's crazy that he says it's sad that we're bringing up racist talk for boxing. But racism is in boxing. So what do you mean, dude? You sound crazy.
From the very beginning.
Man, shout out to Gregory Wyatt, man. God damn, me and this dude be sounding. Yo, Mosquito says fuck Michael Cooper. Dave Kirkwood says fuck Michael Cooper. Yo, these dudes are lit. Gregory Wise says to deny racism requires hateful indifference.
See,
that's
the thing
true.
Is, man, listen, we gotta like, yeah, fuck him, but the thing is, man, it's a conversation, man. We need to discuss this, man. And we need to, the discussion has to be there, and we need to get to a place to where we can understand how to try to get away from all this racism, man, and get to the sport, But yes, there is racism, man. You can't deny it, man. It's there, man.
And even Mexicans are racist too, to their own,
Yeah.
To their own, I mean, look at Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, all his Mexican fighters, dude, are on. Or, you know what I mean? I'm going to just say that, I'm not going to say Oscar De La Hoya in general, but if you're a promoter, like somebody said, let's talk about the promoters and the racism that they have. Dude, and they're talking about they pick and choose which fighters should be on televised and which fighters shouldn't. You know what I mean? I feel like a fighter that keeps winning and a fighter that wins, like an Andre Ward and a Floyd Mayweather that have never lost, why shouldn't they be promoted on a key network, on a top network? Why shouldn't they be, why shouldn't money be back behind them? Andre Ward doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't have any domestic violence cases. And, so you can't say any of his shit that happened outside of the ring is the cause of him not, being this big, mega superstar. I think it's the backing of the networks that have not made Andre Ward this big, mega superstar. Yes, us hardcore fans know about Andre Ward, and a lot of casuals do, but I think it could have been even bigger than that, man. What do you think, Actual Facts?
Yeah, cool. I mean, if HBO would have treated him and Floyd better and not have been on some dumb shit and not been listening to damn Larry Merchant and Lampley all these damn years, they probably still would be around. Floyd would still be there with HBO.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. But they was on that bullshit, and now HBO boxing is no more. You know?
Michael Cooper said he's back. He says, give me a number to call. But that's what I'm saying, Michael Cooper. I've never seen you in the chat before. You know what I mean? And I got to get the same. I've done the same thing for Jamal Wright. You know, Jamal Wright wanted to come on, and you know what I'm saying? And it was his first time coming on. Like, I understand. Matter of fact, you guys, this is my word, yo. This is my word to all the fans out there, to everybody that's been donating, to everybody that's been, you know, doing their thing, man. For us to get the call-in feature, I got to get a new laptop. All right. So I'm going to buy a new laptop so we can get that call-in feature on here because let's be honest, I got an old MacBook. I'm not going to lie. I got an old MacBook. You know what I'm saying? It's old as shit. I got to get a new MacBook. You know what I'm saying? So this is my word, you guys. I'm going to be real with you guys. The month of October, the call-in feature for Corley Boxing will be activated. That is my fucking word, yo. I will not go back on my word, you guys. The month of October is the month for Corley Boxing to have the call-in feature, you guys. All right? We have these heated debates. We have these, you know, certain, you know, it gets heated sometimes. You know what I mean? Michael Cooper, there's no reason why you should leave. You just need to be brought aware of what's going on in the world, you know, and your reality might be different than me and every other person that's listening to the podcast right now, to the YouTube channel right now. You know, you don't agree with our reality, but that's because from what you came from. You saying I don't make good points, but that's because you don't want to see the good points, you know? And I think it was a telltale sign, Michael Cooper, when you said, okay, you finally gave in at the end. You said, okay, maybe there is racist. You didn't say racism, but you said racist. Maybe there is racist. No, there is racism, and it is in our sport, period. Go ahead, Actual Facts. Let it rip. So, yeah, man. It is what it is, man. Actual Facts, you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, what you saying?
Oh, yeah. He says, hell yeah, I took an L, laugh out loud. I mean, it ain't about L's, dude. It ain't about L's, man.
About
keeping it real. Just trying to look, man. We keeping it real. We just trying to build here, man. We trying to come to an understanding and make everything clear. We need clarity, man. Because there's a lot of unclear shit.
HBO is no more, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because they was unclear. There wasn't no clarity. There was just bias. Everything was foggy when they.
Yo, Michael, you know? Dave Kirkwood, chill, yo. Y'all going too hard. All right, so now it is racism in the chat, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, though. You know what I mean? We not gonna do that, you guys. We're not gonna do that, you guys. Listen, let me be real with you guys. And we gonna keep it even playing field, okay? Just because we're talking about racism, and just because somebody does not understand racism and does not understand what's going on in our sport, doesn't mean we crucify him because of that, or doesn't mean that we start name calling in the chat room.
Yeah, that's the wrong thing to do. That's
the wrong thing to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the wrong thing to do. And I feel like we're trying to build one another. We're not trying to bring each other down. Mexicans included, Jews included. You know,
we don't promote hate here, man. Bottom line, man. All colors, all creeds, all religions are welcome here, man. Straight up, man. I got friends from all colors, all creeds, everywhere. Everywhere in the fucking planet, I know somebody. In every damn country. Literally, for real. I'm not bullshitting with you. All right? And, you know, I come from the South Bronx, the projects, man, but I say from this day, I don't come from the dirt because I'm kind of glad from where I came up. I'm happy and I'm humble that I came from humble upbringers like that. You know, because I done been around the world and I done seen poverty.
Dave
I
Kirkwood.
done seen poverty.
Yeah,
They
he
smashed the
deserved
shit.
that.
Yo, why they?
He deserved that, bro. I don't support that shit. That was racist. He said, "Sorry, I'll chill." That wasn't racist. No, that was racist.
That was right. That's another thing
Fuck you
too. Like
talking
Michael
about?
Cooper. Like it's another thing too. Like even people that are against you right now, they might be racist too. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I feel like, you know, I like me coming from my background, man. I've seen both sides of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what I mean by both sides of it is, I mean, you know, just because your mom's a certain color and your dad's a certain color doesn't mean they're gonna treat you different, is what I mean. That's the honest to God truth, yo. They might treat my mom like, you know, a queen, you know. And as soon as my dad goes in the store, they might think he's stealing something. You know, that's just the basis of what we got going on in reality. This is reality. This is a reality, you guys. You know, and you know, I kind of fit. I definitely fit into the you know, the black category. You know, straight up. You know, because like my grandma always said, you know, they're not gonna see you that you're mixed and that you're this color and you're that color when they pull you over. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see a black male, and it is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I gotta live with. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, racism is a deep subject. You know what I'm saying? Racism is definitely a deep subject, man, and it gets ugly. You know, racism can get ugly. And I just want everybody to chat to, you know, to get along. And if you guys don't believe that racism exists, or you guys want to be numb to the facts, that's on you. But all we can do is tell you what we believe and what we've went through, you know. But if you don't want to believe that and you still want to be, you know, have your Ray Charles glasses on and stuff like that, that's cool. That's okay with us, you know. But we're here to better the person. We're not here to worsen the person. You know what I'm saying? We're here to uplift you guys in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to bring you guys down. So when you say, you know, like shut the fuck up and build that, what, you know what I'm saying? Like that's racism. You know what I mean? That's definitely racism, Dave. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, they put you in timeout, but you know what I'm saying? I hope you learn from that. And I hope you better off because you're one of the regulars in here, man. And you know, like I said, man, I think racism, I think we should you know, maybe Michael Cooper saying that he doesn't see racism from his point of view. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what Michael Cooper's saying. What do you guys think?
What's that last comment you just said?
I was saying that maybe Michael Cooper maybe Michael Cooper is not seeing racism from his point of view, like the way he's looking at it. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like maybe he doesn't see racism maybe because of where he lives or maybe because of what he does, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, you see what I'm saying? No, you guys? Like maybe that's what it is. And that's okay. You know, that's okay. But you know, me being from the inner city, I'm not sure, you know, actual facts and Black Horseman's background, man, but you know, I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can only turn an eye, you know, turn an eye but so many times, you know what I'm saying? And you just gotta look at it straight in your face, you know what I mean? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man, too? I think that this is a lesson not just for boxing networks, but just kind of for everybody, man. You know, even if you're on YouTube, and whatever you're doing, like say this platform, Courtly Boxing. This is why I keep coming back to Courtly Boxing, because Courtly Boxing is not a racist. You know, he got so much diversity on his channel, whether it's people on his panel, people in the chat, and he gives people opportunities. Like, you know, this guy, what's his name again? Michael Cooper, you know, basically disagreeing for the past 30 minutes or longer in regards to the points that Corey was making. But because he's not racist and somebody might be another nationality that's opposing his point of view, he'll give you an opportunity to explain what it is, you know, and even will have some rationality at the end of it. Say, you know what, maybe it's because of his background that he's in, you know, and based on our background, we see racism a lot more clearer because it's happened to us on a daily basis. Where somebody who might be Jewish, racism don't take is not occurring on to them on a daily basis. Police get behind them, they ain't tripping.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? When police get behind us, we like, fuck shit. Hopefully I get through this one. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like you said, it could be because of his background. But the whole point is like, HBO, is because of their bias and their racism why the situation took place like this. Now, it ain't just white, it ain't just Jewish or whatever. It could even be black, and a lot of people don't even want to hear that shit. They'll have some type of feelings about that shit. But it even some black people on YouTube or black people that just feel like I call it, people don't like the word, but black supremacists, because people just like to say white supremacists, but it's some black supremacists too, where they're just only cater to black fighters or black artists or black whatever, and everything else outside of black, they'll frown upon it, or they'll say like, you know what, nah, fuck that, it's just black, or it ain't, or it's whack or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, and to me, that's no better than the oppressor, you know what I mean? So if you're not a racist, then you're not looking at complexion, you're not looking at religion, you're not looking at your color and background, all that shit. You're just looking at what's real, you know what I mean? And what's real is HBO showed over years and years and years and years and years that they are very biased, and it seems like they're only biased to one particular complexion and group of people, and it seemed like they had really something against black athletes, black fighters that were having success in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like it was just one fighter; it was multiple different fighters. And but at the end of the day, Showtime is still doing great. ESPN is doing great. You got a lot of other people that's on the horizon that's doing good things, and they have a lot of diversity. They're not showing a lot of bias. It's just one particular group of people, and so we're just shedding light on it and giving you guys more of a deeper look into why HBO might not be going forward after 45 years of putting on events, for boxing. So people gotta, the key to change is being honest, man, being open to and understanding what's going on in the real world, and kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and realizing that it's a bigger world than you think, and there's a lot more things going on. Even if it may not affect you, you can't get mad if people are talking about race and say, you know what, you guys are racist for talking about racism, or you know what I mean? Like y'all got to be open to this kind of stuff, because this stuff goes on all the time, whether it's in sports, politics, real life, it goes on, man. You know what I mean? So, Corey Lee Boxing, man, this is a very diverse channel. There's no racism over here. I'm not a racist person. I distance myself from a lot of groups of people because they seem like they just racist to only a group, a certain complexion of people. And I'm like, I got love for everybody, man. It don't matter if you black, white, Mexican, Asian, Puerto Rican, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Jamaican, African, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because this is all humanity, you know what I mean? But racism is connected to hate, and I'm not a hater, so I can't fuck with haters. HBO show that they are haters, and this is what it gets you. If you're a hater, you get your shit shut down eventually, man.
Yeah,
And,
you got anything? You got anything to say about this before we switch subjects? Actual facts.
Yeah, man. I mean, like,
And Michael Cooper just says, I took my L. You showed me, man. You taught me a lot. Thanks. So at the end of the day, Michael Cooper's learned. He's a Jew. Well, he's Jewish. From Baltimore. He says he's around a lot of blacks, but you are not black, so you can't put your mind like, you know what I mean? Like, just because my mom is a certain color, I'm not her. So I can't say that I'm her color because I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm more of my dad's color. So that's the way they're going to treat me. And it's fucked up. It is fucked up, but that's the world we live in. Just like Andre Ward, he's mixed. His dad's white. His mom's black. And you got to understand, man, he's still getting that stigma of a black fighter because at the end of the day, he's still black.
Yeah.
You can't see that white in him.
I didn't even know that, bro.
You can't even see that white in him. And his dad died at a young age, but his dad taught him a lot within those years.
It's like my mom. My mom's is a fair skinned, white looking lady, but she's Hispanic. She's, white Hispanic. pretty much, right? You know, a white Latina, right? And then my dad is more Indio. He's more, you know, Indian, more indigenous looking, you know, Puerto Rican. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And you know, I got European blood in me. So you know, I'm like what 53% European, and the rest is like 30% Native American and like 15% African. You know what I mean? So I'm a mixed person. You know, and the people, some people that I grew up with around my hood, they genuinely all do not like white people, and I cannot fuck with them like that. I can't. I say hi and bye to them, and that's it. And I grew up with them from the cradle, man, from freaking big wheels, man, remember the big wheels? Ride around from that time,
Yeah.
man. Way back in the 80s, man.
Yeah.
We was eating Fruit Loops and eating NES on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And I can't fuck with them because they racist. They don't like white people. They say honky this, honky. I can't fuck with you, dog. I can't go out with you. I can't do nothing with you, man. Because I got friends of all nationalities, all colors, all religions, man. Straight like that, man.
Yeah.
It's not. I can't do it. I can't fuck with you. If you a bigot of some sort, I cannot fuck with you, man. You got to get that shit out of your heart, and then I can fuck with you, man. Because it's nothing but love with me, man. I keep it real. I keep it straight up 100. Corey know, because we met up. We linked up, man. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I'm a regular dude, man. I ain't no fake shit around here, man. You know what I'm saying?
No
That's
doubt.
it. That's
No doubt.
all I know how to be, though.
Yep, that's real shit though. And like I said, man, you know, it's different. You know, before we switch subjects, you guys, I just want to thank everybody that, you know, that listened, you know, for this certain subject we were just talking about, man. And like I said, I'm not gonna delete this video, man, because it's gonna bring awareness. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna bring awareness. And I think this is the first time that we've actually all talked about this stuff. You know what I mean? But it was something that needed to be talked about. And you know, I really truly think that I think my personal opinion is I think that us talking about it will actually, if it even changes one person, that's big enough for me. You know what I mean? Because you know, my mom and stuff and my dad and stuff, they taught me to, you know, love everybody, you know, not just love one color, you know what I'm saying? Because I came from more than one color. You know what I mean? So I just think, you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, everybody's not gonna have the same outlook that we have. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about we as the panel. You know what I mean? Everybody's not gonna have that same outlook. You know what I mean? That's why I fuck with you guys. You know what I mean on here. You know what I mean? Because you are not, you know, racist or whatever like that. You know what I mean? You guys have an open mind, and that's all I ask for you guys. For you guys and women that come on Quarterly Boxing, I just ask for you guys to have and women to have an open mind. That's all I ask. I don't ask for you guys to donate. I mean, you know, I don't ask for you guys to you know, to buy the shirts or whatever like that. If you do, that's fine. You know, that's cool. But all I ask for you guys is to have an open mind when you come to my show. You know what I'm saying? And you know, have an open mind to the panelists as well. You know, because at the end of the day, we're all men. You know what I mean? And men conduct, if you're a real man, you conduct yourself, you know, as a man. And I feel like, you know, being a man is more than just you know, working a 9 to 5 and, you know, putting food on a plate for your, you know, for your family. You gotta conduct yourself as a man. You know what I mean? And sometimes we get out of character in these heated debates, you know what I mean? But that comes with the sport, though. You know what I mean? That comes with the sport. I've seen the actual facts blow up before. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he's actually blew up on my show. You know what I mean? Head came off and everything. You know what I mean? But and same with Black Horseman. He's done the same thing, man. But you know, at the end of the day, man, we try to keep it respectful. And you know, a debate is a debate. You know what I mean? It's no need to bring, you know, families and racism into a debate. You know what I mean? But this particular debate was about racism. You know what I mean? I feel like we went through every section of that. You know what I mean? You know, I really truly feel like that. You know what I mean? And you know, with that being said, man, let's go back to boxing, you guys. Let's finish off the show on boxing shit, man. Where do you guys think that Demetrius Andrade goes from here? I've already seen, shout out to Blue Blood Boxing. I've already seen Blue Blood Boxing already put up Charlo versus Charlo, Jamal Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. Now that no Saunders is happening, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, man. I think definitely, if Charlo can, see if they can finally fight, man, because that they've been going at it for a long time, for over 4 years. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
actually, him and actually Andrade and Jamel. So now that he's at 160, it's the big brother now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah,
I mean,
this
but
is
with both, Andrade been talking smack about both of them,
both of
and
them,
vice
yeah.
versa. They've been going at each other's necks for a long time. Over, like I said, over 4 years. Been 4 years, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, it's been a while. It should have
So
been fought. You know,
it
he
should have
should have
been
been
fought,
fought one
man.
of them.
So I
Yeah.
mean, I would definitely like to see Andrade and Maul fight. Since Maul is at 160. You know, shit, or maybe your man Corey Atlantis Fox. Maybe he could come up to 160 and get
Yeah,
that rematch. Since he said he was hurt during that fight,
but see,
and
he
he's
they go.
fully
I
recovered.
think they're gonna go. I think the WBO is gonna go the rankings route, and they're saying some
Yeah,
guy named Karafa Mua. He's at, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, but he's saying that he's actually a stable mate of Ndongo, and he's from the same area that Ndongo is from. So they're
yeah,
saying that
Namibia. Yeah, he's from
so
Namibia. Yeah.
yeah, so they're saying that he's in the WBO. Why don't one of you guys bring up the WBO rankings for us, you guys, if you guys don't mind, and so
Well,
we can talk about that. We can
You
talk
got that,
about
Black?
top 10.
yeah, I got it.
You know
I
what I'm
was actually
saying?
just looking at it today. I was looking at the welterweight division. I wasn't looking at the you talking about the middle when we look at the middleweight division?
Yeah, WBO
The
middleweight division.
WBO middleweight, yeah, but it's specifically the WBO because
Mhm.
that's actually the one. And yeah, and shout out to everybody that's been wanting to donate to the PayPal. I actually had to go. I've stopped putting the PayPal link into the description, so I had to go back like 2 months ago and find that shit. But I
Um
found it and it's in the description now, you guys. So you guys can donate if you want to donate to the PayPal or the super chat or whatever. Thank you guys so much for you guys' donation. I pretty much put every donation on my Instagram feed because I want to bring awareness to you guys and women out there because I can't forget the women. The women donate a lot to the show, man, and I really appreciate that. Miss Boxing Fanatic, No Name Rose D, Larissa Dana, all of the women out there that's been on the show and that's actually contributed. Thank you so much. So we're gonna have a call-in feature for Corey Lee Boxing. We're gonna have a call-in feature. We're gonna have that in October, and we're gonna have a merchandise coming out in October. So it's gonna be a big month for Corey Lee Boxing. Go ahead and let it rip, Black Horseman.
so yeah, the WBO rankings for the middleweight division, we got Demetrius Andrade, of course, at the number one. Of course, the breaking news today: Billy Joe Saunders tests positive for a PED. So I don't know where he's gonna be at after today. But in number two, we got Walter. I can't even pronounce his last name. I ain't gonna even try to. I'm gonna fuck that up. 3,
Yeah.
Gary Spike O'Sullivan. 4, Jack Colkay. 5, David Lemieux. 6, Stephen Butler. 7, Martin Murray. 8, Masiev Selecki. 9, Willie Monroe. And 10, Alberto Analanis. So and
Wow.
then Liam Smith is down at number 14. So those are some of the names that that are familiar. Liam Smith at 14, Willie Monroe at 9, Maciej Selecki at 8, Martin Murray at 7, David Lemieux at number 5, Spike O'Sullivan at number 3, and Andrade look like he's in a good position to fight for maybe a possibly vacant title at the WBO. So I mean, if they're gonna, I mean, a lot of people was talking about Jamal, but Jamal isn't mandatory for the WBC. So
So you're pretty much having it like this. Let me see if you're reading the same thing I'm reading. Billy Joe is number one at champion. Demetrius Andrade is number one as the first title contender, and Walter Kanaduakua is number 2. Now this Walter guy, have you guys ever heard of him?
Never.
What about you, Actual Facts? I mean, what's up?
I never seen him fight. I heard him, but I never seen him fight. So yeah, I never really seen him. So no.
And shout out to these African and those South African fighters, because I had the IBO welterweight champion of the world here live on Corey Lee Boxing. I did a one-on-one interview with him, so you guys can go check that out. He's from South Africa. And you know, like I said, he's actually pretty good, you know. So you should check that out. He just beat Diego Chavez, the one that fought Keith Thurman. So, you know, he's definitely really pretty good. And you know, I just think that there's gonna be more to come from Africa, man. I think the whole Africa situation. And there's another guy too that DMs the shit out of me. He's from I think he's from Nigeria. He's 7-0 with 3 knockouts. I cannot pronounce his name, but he says he looks at every live stream I do, and he pretty much calls me most of the time when I'm on live stream. But I'm like, I can't answer because I'm on live. But I think the language barrier is a little off. But oh shit, we got a donation, man. Shout out to the donators out there somewhere. Yes, Black Horseman. Great show, Corey Lee Boxing. My support, brother. Oh man, we got Black Horseman in the building, man. Shout out to Black Horseman, you guys. But yeah, man. So what do you guys think about that number 2 guy, man? Anybody know anything about him?
Never heard of this guy, man. But he's at number 2 for a reason. I'm gonna look him up on BoxRec right now. I can't believe you pronounced that last name. I was fucking that shit up. I was like, man, I didn't even try to pronounce it.
I mean, it was a struggle. It wasn't easy. You know, I got through it, you know, by the grace of God, I got through it. But it wasn't easy. You know what I mean? It was one of those type of guys where
maybe he will be, you know, fighting for the
matter of fact,
title.
I'm gonna look him up and I'm gonna see right now, is this guy the goods or not? I want to see if he's the goods because
he a black dude. African, I think. Yeah, he's from Namibia.
Namibia, yeah.
He is
he's 33 years old and he's 17-0 with 16 knockouts.
Who is this?
Wow, okay. Who has he fought though?
Yeah, all the out there in Africa. All these names is African, bro.
None of these guys I've ever heard of.
He probably never fought out of Africa, man.
That means Demetrius Andrade it's gonna be like a Spence Ocampo situation, you know.
But he's 33, so he's probably in the prime of his career. He hasn't taken any losses. It doesn't look like he's been in any wars because his last 3 fights were 5th round TKO, 3rd round KO, and 5th round TKO. So
he got some rounds.
Yeah, and his 4th fight, 4 fights. I mean, you know, his 4 fights ago, he went 10 rounds, and that was a 10-round KO. So he's on a KO streak, you guys.
So he's actually
on a 16 streak. The only time he did not KO somebody was when his first professional fight.
Wow.
He's actually on a KO streak, you guys. So he KO'd everybody after that, you guys. Greg Watson, smash that like button. Thank you.
They actually have a WBO African middleweight title. So he's the WBO African champion in the middleweight division. So that's interesting. I never know that WBO had an African title. So he's a champ in Africa. He's just not in America. So that's what's up, man. That's crazy. This dude, yeah, he knocked out everybody except in his first fight. I mean, it could be one of those situations like with your boy Jaime Munguia, where you know he had most of his fights in Mexico, and then but then when you got that many knockouts, even if you're fighting what they call bums, and I don't really like saying that word bums, but you know, it's like even if you're fighting guys that are not top tier, you know, that don't mean that your power is not really, you know, official. You know, they call this guy the executioner. So yeah, but with him being 33, you know, shit, this is his time to get in there.
I think he's possibly next in line for that title shot, you guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah, you may be right.
You may be right, yeah. Bro. If it's a vacant title, I strongly believe that they'll make that fight.
Park 9 says give him a chance. But what do you guys think about Jamal Charlo? How does Jamal Charlo? Let's break that down, you guys. Jamal Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. Who are you guys favoring and why? I'm gonna let actual facts go first. Let us know, man. That's a big, big fight, and that's a fight that could happen.
You know what? I used to have Demetrius Andrade all day, every day over Charlo, but he hasn't shown me anything, man. Anything impressive in the last 2 years, man. And especially after that fight with Kukale, man, he was in trouble in that fight, man. He was struggling off a blown up welterweight.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the Atlantis Fox fight, I can't really count that because Atlantis Fox was hurt. He was playing injured. So we don't really, I can't really gauge him from there. I gotta say, man, with the performances that Charlo's been doing, the statements that he's been doing, man, I got Charlo over Andre right now as I see it, man. I got him at probably, a decision or a stoppage, late round stoppage, man. Because I just haven't seen the goods from Andre in a long time. He's just been all talk, man. And Andre was my boy, man. But he's been on this, want to make fun of other fighters' style and clowning and talking and just all this weird shit, man. Fight. Like I've been saying, man, you guys got to fight, man. Stop talking and fight.
Yeah.
We don't want to see you once a year, and with Andrade, it's like once every 2 years.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man.
So I can't sit here and say, yeah, I got Andrade all day like I used to. Nah, man, I can't do that. Because Charlo has done too much in that time span. In the 3 to 4 years since they started beefing, Charlo has done way more to prove that why he is the WBC #1 contender. And if they fight for that belt, for that WBO, if Charlo chooses to go in their rankings, I got Charlo on that fight, man. I got him for a late round stoppage or decision.
Yeah. That's a good assessment, man. Gregory White agrees with you, bro. He says Andrade loses due to inactivity and Charlo's obvious hunger. Yeah,
And that's
possibly.
like and Maul is big as hell too, man. I mean, granted, Demetrius Andrade, he getting big, man. He, in that workout video, the latest one, man, he looked pretty damn big. But I mean, Maul been that way for a while, and it's only getting bigger. That's this crazy thing. He's getting bigger and getting stronger.
Yeah, one thing that stands out to me too is the fact that I've seen Andrade hit the canvas against Vanis Martirosyan.
Yeah, yep, exactly, man. He's hit the can. He was hurt with Kukale. Kukale hurt him and gassed him out. That's one thing. I think Andrade was struggling to make 154 for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that fight right there kind of told him, like, man, I need to move up and stop playing.
Hey, what was he fighting at in the Amis?
We haven't seen the power.
Yeah,
160 at all. I mean, we barely saw it at 154.
Who's the guy that he beat? The tall dude that he beat.
Atlantis Fox.
Nah, black dude.
That's Atlantis. That's Atlantis Fox, man. The tall dude. No, he's like 6'5".
It's not him. Well, he wasn't that tall. He was like 6'2". He stopped him. Fuck, what is his name? My boy Troy King was telling me about him because Troy King used to spar with him. But it was like a comeback fight that Demetrius Andrade came back after so much time off, and he went in there and looked spectacular against him and stopped the dude kind of late, like I think like 9th or 10th round. Gotta go to the box rec and find out. But I don't know if that was at 154 or 160. So I mean I've seen him, look pretty good. Like the fight that you talking about where he struggled, I didn't actually see that fight.
That was a fight in Germany.
And that was at 160? That was at 160?
That was at 154.
Oh, okay. It may have been weight issues then. The dude I'm talking about is Willie Nelson. That's when he stopped Willie Nelson in the 12th round.
Yeah, Willie Nelson wasn't no pushover either. Yeah, that wasn't that was a impressive victory. I give him that.
Which guy did you say that he looked bad against? Jack Koke or Alantez Fox? Which one?
Koke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that Koke fight was a close fight from what I seen. That was a close fight. That actually could have went
decision.
I mean, that could have went either way. I mean, I didn't watch the whole fight within its entirety, but I'm gonna let you rip. Actually, I think you watched that fight.
That fight, I had it as a draw.
Wow.
Damn. First, I was like,
and that was for the strap, and Koke was the champion at the time.
Yes.
He actually took that strap from him, but they said to be a champion, you have to take the strap. I don't think he took it.
Yeah, that was
champion.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a split decision, so obviously the judges didn't think he took it either. But how do you get a close decision like that out of town fighting in that man's backyard, way out of town in like Belgium somewhere he was fighting? And he got a split decision on that. I mean, that's just that's crazy in my opinion, man. That's just like, wow. You know what I mean? Like he got a gift decision from what I'm hearing. Was that a gift decision actual?
I mean, to me, in my point of view, it could have been a draw. I think it should have been called a draw, and they should have did it over again.
Hey, so this fight, the
Boxing
fight that
Known, what's up? He says, yo, Corey. And then it says, Park 9 says, Charlo versus Andrade. I got it being a very competitive fight. Could go either way. Could come down to the wire. I got Charlo's split decision. Battle Rifle says, maybe Andrade because Jamal's work rate is too low. And that would be the biggest puncher Charlo fought. Battle Rifle says, Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson, I think he beat him handily. Mexican says, anybody knows what's going on with Mikey Garcia? I think they're gonna wait for the Mikey Garcia Earl Spence fight till January. That's the last I've heard about it. They're gonna wait for the Mikey Garcia versus Earl Spence for the new quarter to begin boxing, and that's gonna be in January. And new budget in January. That's pretty much when I added everything up. I mean, let's be honest.
Collazo might be facing Spence in December. That's what I think.
You think so?
I could be wrong because Louis Collazo.
What makes you think that? What makes you think that Black Horseman Promotions?
Louis Collazo announced today that he just got word from the PBC side that he's fighting in December. So I'm like, well, who's gonna be his opponent?
Maybe he fights you guys. Wow.
Word.
Wow.
I don't know.
I actually had to come back over your answer and actually had to give you another one.
Maybe. I mean, the mere fact
I don't know though.
I mean, because he called out. He called out Errol Spence immediately after his win. And when I looked at his opponent, the opponent he fought was a southpaw. And usually, guys that have a lot of experience, they'll fight a guy to prepare them for the real test. You know what I mean? And so he fought a southpaw. And so I'm like, then he called out Errol Spence, and being that Errol Spence don't have no opponent right now, it doesn't look like he's gonna get the Mikey Garcia fight by the end of the year. Maybe, but maybe not. If he doesn't get the Mikey fight, I don't think he's gonna get the Sean Porter fight this year. So he may just face Louis Collazo, maybe possibly on the undercard. They may add him to the undercard of Deontay Wilder Fury. We might hear it announced. I'm not sure yet, but I just know Louis Collazo announced today that
wow.
He's getting in training camp next week, and he just got word that he's fighting an unannounced opponent in December. So I'm like, damn, what's going on in December? Oh, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Maybe he's on the undercard against who? Maybe Spence. We don't know.
Or maybe Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia? This quick? Danny don't be fighting this act though. I don't know.
You need to.
Why would Danny take that fight? What is that gonna do for him? I mean, especially I heard that actually Danny is they put Danny over Ugas as the mandatory. That's what I heard. Matter of fact, I think I was on Unbiased channel when that news broke. That they went ahead and put Danny back at that mandatory spot.
I'm saying Danny because it's gonna bring asses to the seats.
If Danny faced Louis Collazo,
yes,
it will. But I just don't know if Danny would. I don't never see Danny come back that quick. He usually take like 6 months off. He just fought, but we got to see. But like I said, I mean, it just seemed like Louis Collazo was already preparing to face Errol Spence. Even though he's not ranked in the IBF, but earlier. Matter of fact, in my comments today, because I put up the video earlier today. Shout out to Lewis Williams. He's the one that broke the news earlier today that what was the shit that Billy Joe Saunders pop dirty. But he said that the new rankings come out next week for the IBF and the WBC, and he said your boy Louis Collazo might be ranked in the IBF by next week. So we got to see what happens, man. So we got to definitely see what happens. To see
That's a good fight too.
what.
Collazo and Spence.
I mean, yeah. When I looked at Collazo's box rank on box rank, this guy been in there with multiple guys, man. Top guys.
Yeah.
He been in there with Berto.
Yeah, he's a former champion, of course.
Yeah. So I mean, when I mentioned him, a lot of people was like trying to shit on the idea of Errol Spence facing him. I'm like, that's a good guy to take out because let me see, he fought Ricky Hatton, fought Shane Mosley, Berto, Mir Khan, Keith Thurman. And then, like I said, he's recently come off this win against this guy named Brian Perella, who was only had one loss, you know. And so, I mean, he's been in there with some tough competitors. Now, the thing about Collazo is that every time he stepped up to a champion, you know, a former champion, he lost, you know. But he's only been stopped twice. He been stopped by Thurman and being stopped only early in his career by some guy named Edwin Cassiani, you know. And so, you know, since then, the guy that he lost to, he's like 25-4, and he's been knocked out all 4 losses. So, but that was early on in his career. So it's just like, you know, somebody like a Tevin Farmer who took a bunch of L's early on. You know, some guys just get better and grow. You know what I mean?
Good competition. He didn't avoid the real good competition early.
Right. And it wasn't like all those guys like a Shane Mosley or Ricky Hatton or Mir Khan.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Like
Collazo wasn't babied up. You know what I mean? He fought stiff competition since the very beginning, man.
Yeah. So I mean, he's a legitimate gatekeeper.
But see, that's you being racist again, though, bro. Because you're Puerto, you know. Yeah, but yo, continue on. Though. I just had to throw that 2 cents in.
I know.
Your boy gonna come back like, man, see, I do it.
It's a good fight. It's a good fight. If indeed that's gonna happen, man, it's a good fight, and it adds to the card, and it's gonna be lit, man, and it's a good holiday season.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, see, real boxing fans will want to see that. You know what I mean? Hey, I mean, it may not be strap season, but it'll be man down for sure. You know, Errol Spence can get back in there. You know,
you can even argue that Collazo's resume is
much better. I mean, he's been in there with better competition. Even though he lost most of them, but he's been in there with better champions, more champions than Errol Spence has been in.
And I'll probably get hate and discontent from the Spence fanboys, but hey, it is what it is, man. Collazo's been there with some names.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Right. So you may not be able to get the names right now, but at least take somebody out who has been in there with those names. You know, exactly. Khan couldn't stop him. Berto couldn't stop him. Who else couldn't stop him? Victor Ortiz couldn't stop him. You know, only people that was able to stop him that's a champion, still current champion, is Thurman. You know,
Thurman, that was a TKO, and that was a TKO due to
TKO, yeah. After he had hurt Thurman to the body.
He hurt him to the body, yeah, but he couldn't continue. He had it. I think his eye got fucked up.
Yeah, Thurman fucked him up in the next round.
Yeah,
he was a little embarrassed about that, getting hit to the body or something. He got him out of there. But I mean, I'm like, people don't want to say, you know, it's a lot of people that, you know, pro Spence fans, they just like, man, fuck that. Why should he fight Collazo? I'm like, well, it's a stay busy fight. This guy is been battle tested. He's been in there with multiple champions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got several losses, but that don't take away from the fact that this guy is tough, man. He's very tough, you know.
And he's a former champion, so.
And a former champion, so.
And they would just add to his resume, to Spence's resume, man.
Exactly. And then if you get him out of there, say like in 1 or 2 rounds, you can say, see, look, Thurman struggled with him. This is the guy that Thurman got hurt to the body with.
Exactly.
You see what I did to him. So, I mean, you have more to talk about. If Thurman get in there and if Smith gets in there and just, you know, stretches his ass in, you know, a few rounds and just, you know, make it look real easy, you know, it just makes it, build it, you know, makes it more to talk about to build the mega fight for Spence and Thurman in the future. You know what I mean? But if you can't get the Mikey fight, if you can't get the Sean Porter fight, what else are you supposed to do? You know, just sit around and wait for a big name? Go ahead and get this guy out the way. You know, people get mad when I say that shit. It's just like, nigga, fight. You know?
And get some money.
Right. And if you be your first, because he hasn't fought on pay-per-view before, right?
Nope.
So I'm like, damn, it's a great opportunity. Like, you got an opponent that is really not going to be that much of a risk, you know, for you, you know, as far as what a lot of people would consider. They already feel Collazo is nothing. So if Spence believes the same thing, like, go ahead, face him. He could be like the co-main, So that way you have a bunch of good names. So that way, if they price the pay-per-view like, $69.99 or $79.99 or whatever it is, you get to watch Deontay Wilder and Fury. You get to watch Spence. You get to watch Gervonta Davis. You get to watch possibly Gary Russell Jr.
Oh yeah, and another thing, I just want to put this in, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are rolling right now. Gervonta Davis has just started camp. He just started sparring today, breaking news, and that he will be fighting in December. Wow.
Of course, right. So that's what I said when Collazo announced that he's gonna be back in December. It made me think, like, damn, maybe.
If they add that fight to the card, man, Al Heyman and PBC running up the score on Danzig and Eddie Sperm, man.
Hell yeah, like that's worth it to me to put Spence on there. You know what I'm saying? Even if it is Collazo, like a lot of people know who Collazo is. He's been in there with some guys, and hey, get in there, man down. Who wouldn't want to see that shit? So it's like it ain't like that's the main event. If that was like the headliner, Spence and Collazo, then yeah, no, fuck that. That don't need to be on pay-per-view. But if you on the undercard, like, come on, you ain't fought since June, and that was a 1-round fight. That was easy work. So it ain't gonna take nothing. Just get in training camp. Collazo said he starts training camp next week. So that just had me thinking, like, damn, maybe Errol Spence, maybe he's planning on facing Errol Spence. Like I said, he just fought a southpaw, and then he called out Errol Spence. And then, maybe Errol Spence like, fuck, I'll take him up on his offer. I can't get no other fights right now. You know what I'm saying? He probably like Thurman. Thurman don't want to fight me. Sean Porter ducking me. Mikey, I can't get the Mikey fight right now. And you may be able to get the Collazo fight right now. So just take what you can get, stay busy, get you a good paycheck, keep that shit moving. I don't see what's wrong with that. And he'll get respect for beating a seasoned vet in Louis Collazo. You know what I mean? So go ahead and get that nigga his 8th loss. And you could say you're only the 3rd person out of his 7 losses to stretch his ass out. You know what I mean? Now, if you go the distance, motherfuckers gonna be talking, but you man down strap season. So go ahead and get his ass in there and put that man down.
Yo, that's dope though, man. Do you guys think that Errol Spence can put up with Sean Porter's ruggedness? And that's another thing, you guys.
What's up, Corey Lee?
You dropped the mic.
Yeah, this nigga just dropped the mic on us real quick. Like, what the fuck?
Real quick, do I think Spence can handle Sean Porter's ruggedness? I believe so, man.
Yeah. I think if Sean Porter come in with that ruggedness, it's gonna be a man down. But if he boxes like how he did against Danny, it could be interesting. You know what I mean?
Use that in and out that he did with Danny and not be doing that one-dimensional shit where he's rushing in and he bulldozing with his head and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very tough fight. A long night for Spence, man.
Yeah.
Let's get it twisted. Porter is strong as hell, man. He's strong.
Yeah. Oh, shit. And think about it is people be thinking like, see, when you at that level, fighters know how to create game plans for the opponent that they got in front of them. So yeah, Sean Porter may have looked a certain way against certain fighters, but we seen how he looked against Danny. He knew, like, man, okay, this is how this dude is. This is his strengths. This is his weaknesses, and I got to make sure that I have the proper game plan to be successful and win in this fight, because I can't fight every fight the same way, and that's why it takes certain fighters to be able to make certain adjustments, and apply the game plan. And Sean Porter showed that. That's why he's a WBC champion. Shout to Bada, goddamn it. But you know what I'm saying? That's just the whole thing about it. Like, if you to be a champion, you got to be able to make adjustments, And Sean did. Matter of fact, Sean tried to do that little coming in forward with his head shit in the beginning, and he was getting tagged up in the early rounds.
Or flush. Danny
saw that.
Flush.
Right. So I mean,
back up.
I think that's when he had to make his adjustments in the 3rd and 4th round, and it suited him well, man. I mean, that's how he got the victory, because he made Danny have to be the aggressor. We used to Sean being the aggressor, coming forward, swarming, backing the guy up to the ropes and smothering the guy and all that shit. He didn't have to do that with Danny. He did it in spots, but he boxed.
Can y'all hear me? I had to come back on my phone. My computer just
Damn,
okay.
Mac.
It was like,
Damn, man. Hey, listen.
we had you know.
that shit was crazy.
Smash the hell out of that donate button, damn it.
Yo, I need a new computer though, for real though, dog. This bad. I think this is like a '08 model or 2008 or 2009
Is that shit where
MacBook.
you got to keep the plugged in, otherwise if it come out it die?
Yeah, that joint died quick, yo. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got my like
bothering.
30 minutes operating time, man. But like I said, we're gonna do better in October of 2018. And that's gonna be the rise, man. We're gonna have that call-in feature for you guys and everything, man. That shit gonna be lit. But yeah, what were you guys talking about? So does Earl Spence and Sean Porter, is that a good fight, or does Earl Spence completely walk through this motherfucker?
Go ahead, Axel.
Well, I think, man,
Game time.
But I think with Team Porter, getting the extra help in the corner, that really did that worked wonders for them, man. And it showed against Garcia, and if he keeps that up and shows more boxing ability, I think it'd be a long night for Spence, man. Because Sean Porter was
wow. There's a lot of Spence fans that are not gonna be. Go ahead though.
Sean Porter was eating some shots. He was walking through Danny shots. Will he walk through Earl shots like that? Maybe, maybe not. It remains to be seen. But I don't think Earl just crushes Porter like that. I don't think he walks through him like that. It's gonna be a long night. If Porter shows that ability that he did with Danny against Earl, it's gonna be a very long night for Earl Spence, man. I'm telling you, because he got better. That fight definitely showed that Sean Porter has learned and has been listening, and Team Porter has been listening.
Yeah.
So that extra help in the corner did wonders for them, man. So I think if they keep up with that same path, it's gonna be a very good fight, Spence and Porter. Indeed.
Yeah.
It's not a cakewalk.
Wow, how do you feel about this? Black Horseman Promotions? Because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of fans are saying right now that Sean Porter didn't even win that Danny Garcia fight, and that he's gonna get all the smoke with Earl Spence, and that he's barking up the wrong tree, calling out Earl Spence. Do you guys think that the fan pressure put the pressure on Sean Porter to actually, allow Earl Spence to come in the ring and stuff like that, and to allow Earl Spence to be at the press conference and all of that stuff? Do you guys think that the fan pressure, pretty much maximized, the whole ordeal with, the whole build up to that possible unification showdown? And another thing, you guys, breaking news that I read this morning, I forgot to bring up. Suleiman, the president of the WBC, has said that Keith Thurman has a direct shot to the WBC title. Now, does he mean that before he fights Earl Spence, or does he mean that he can't fight Earl Spence or no unification match before he fights Keith Thurman? What do you guys think?
No, that means that as soon as Keith Thurman is ready, he has a direct shot to the WBC. That's why I've stated before in the past that Keith Thurman may get a shot at that WBC, the winner of the Danny and Sean, before Spence do. You know what I mean? But to answer your first question, man, I think it is pressure of the fans, Broner, and alcohol. Why Spence, jumped in there, what I'm saying, to try to, do that. But at the end of the day, I'm sure that he still believes in his ability. But I wholeheartedly agree with actual facts, man, that like this is how I feel about the welterweight division right now. I think that all the champions, Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, and Keith Thurman, all have a chance to what I'm saying, to be great. And I just feel like it's a close fight either way you go. You know what I mean? I think Sean Porter is a great fighter. I think that with the proper game plan and like how actual facts was saying, with the different, having a good corner and different game plans together, he has a chance against any of those guys. I think Keith is probably at a disadvantage because he's been having a long ass layoff, but we all know what he can do in that ring. You know what I'm saying? So I think he still has a great chance if he comes back 100%. Terrence Crawford, I think, is just an animal, man, and who's very skillful with more tools in the shed than all of those guys. But he's still premature at the welterweight division. He's only fought one fight to beat Jeff Horn, and he was victorious. He made it look easy, but that does not mean that he's just gonna automatically be the best, even though I feel like he has the most skills. And then Errol Spence, the quote unquote boogeyman, the one that's free smoke, the guy that's been calling out guys like Keith Thurman, Danny, Sean Porter for
But
some
our
time
fighters,
now.
but our fighters really, actual facts. This goes for you too and Black Horseman. Are fighters really scared of Errol Spence, or is that kind of a facade?
That's a facade, man.
I think so too.
I'm being real with you guys, and I want the hard facts, man. Straight up, man.
Guys been fighting since they were small, man. Do you really think they scared of a fade? Come on, man. They do this shit professionally. They go in there, they risk their life. You could get knocked down, fall in the back of your head, and it could be over completely. And they know that. None of them are scared to go in that ring because they know the consequences. Each and every time they go in that ring, each and every time they go sparring, they know what's up. Ain't nobody scared of a fight. Come on, man. The question is, whether is the money gonna be right?
Yeah,
is the
that's
venue
what it's
gonna be
all
right
about for these guys?
And is the time gonna be right?
Right.
That's all it is. If it makes sense, it's gonna make dollars. If it don't make sense, it's not gonna be a fight.
I agree.
Bottom line, if people do not know of Spence and Porter enough to even care about that fight, they're not gonna watch the fight. They're not gonna have the fight. That's why they're making this pay-per-view right now so big with all these really good fights, because people want to see the best fight the best. And that's what you're going to see December. You're going to see the best fight the best. Bottom line. Yeah. And that's why that card's going to be so good. Like I said, these guys ain't scared of each other. What it is does it make sense? Is it going to make the most money for everyone? All parties involved. That's the factor.
Right.
At the end of the day, the sport that me, you, and all of you in the chat love, at the end of the day, it's a business. And they're in this for money because this is prize fighting. Mm-hmm. They're not amateurs anymore. They fought each other. They fought each other. Right. They fought each other. They fought each other in the amateurs, whether it be Garcia and Crawford and the other Garcia. They all fought each other and saw each other in the amateurs. And ain't no way in hell they scared of each other. That's just ridiculous. That's stupid. That's something casual fans say to each other. Yeah, he's scared. Nobody's scared of nobody.
Right. Who gets this far being scared?
Exactly. Who gets this far being scared? If you got this far being scared, damn, that's
I mean, yeah, bro, that's some real shit. I mean, I just think that all of these guys know the risk that's involved. Yeah, somebody might be doing a lot more talking than the other, but the thing about it is, like I talked about earlier, man, it's about that belt. That belt is attached to money, and like how you said, man, it got to make sense to these guys. Of course, as fans, we're like, man, fuck all that business talk shit, man. Just fight. You ducking this, you ducking that. Every champion fighting another champion in the unification bout is a risk. So they want to make sure that if they're going to take that risk to unify, they already know that it's a chance I might lose against another champion, because this guy that ran through his sanctioning body, he got all the way to the top. I ran through my sanctioning body, got to the top. So I'm about to fight the top of another sanctioning body. It's just like getting to the Super Bowl or some shit. You got the best versus the best. You know what I mean? And it's a risk. You know what I mean? You're not scared. None of those teams that get to the Super Bowl is scared of each other. But they know the risk that's involved.
They're pretty much saying, hold on, Black Horse, I don't mean to cut you off, but Mosquito in the chat saying that Errol Spence beats Sean Porter. Gregory Wise says Spence Jr. beats Sean Porter. Michael Cooper says, yes, nobody is scared at the top level. It's about risk and reward. That's why all the fighters come up, call out everyone.
Exactly.
But you got to understand, though, man, there's been a lot of Spence fans saying that these fighters are scared. Actual facts. How do you feel about that in Black Horseman? Go ahead and let it rip.
Like I said, man,
People are truly saying that Danny's scared, that what Kell Brook was scared, that Sean Porter's scared. And I've seen other YouTube podcasts and stuff like that saying that they are scared.
This is what I've
learned. They are scared, that they did certain protocols and certain things to avoid Earl Spence. Is that the case, you guys?
It's money.
It's business.
It's not. It has nothing to do with fear. It's about if it makes the most dollars for all parties, the fight's gonna happen.
Okay, wow.
Their livelihood. This is what they pay the bills with. This is what they feed their families with.
Wow.
Go in there. They're not gonna go in there for chump change. They're not gonna go in there knowing that if they don't bring enough asses in them seats, they're not gonna get as big a check cut to them at the end of the night, whether it be 1 round fight as a knockout or 12 rounds. They gotta ensure that they're gonna get that money guaranteed in order for the fight to happen.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. It's prize fight. It's like when Keith Thurman called out Paulie Malignaggi, you better not duck me, son. Paulie Malignaggi said it perfectly. This is prize fighting, bozo. Fucking money.
He had to learn.
That's why the fuck.
And that's another thing I want to ask you guys. Now that we're on that stuff,
works and cable and all this shit and advertisement because this is money.
Yeah.
That's another thing I want to ask you guys too, man. Ever since that happened, man, I want to ask you guys, and I want you guys' honest opinion about this. Has Keith Thurman's tone changed with elite welterweights?
Has it? Yeah. Has his tone changed?
Yeah, has his tone changed? Like, has his demeanor changed? Has his hunger, for the sport changed? I mean, has he changed possibly?
He's changed. He definitely has. I think that
has he changed for the better or the worse of the welterweight division?
He's kind of on his, just like a lot of fights. He's kind of on his
Is he on his high horse?
He's on his high horse Mayweather type shit. Like, he feel like he's at the top.
Did you guys think that y'all would ever see this again with Keith Thurman?
No, but I mean, like I said, you got to remember Floyd was at the same position that Keith Thurman was at, calling out everybody, and now everybody's calling him out. You see what I'm saying? So it's one point where you got to fight your way up to a point where everybody wants to fight you because all the money comes to you. That's why I say Keith Thurman is not hurting for no money. Everybody wants to fight Keith Thurman. So whenever he's ready to come back, he gonna get a big pay.
But Keith Thurman says that he's got to owe and he's not afraid to let it go.
Right. Who's he gonna not be afraid to let it go against though? And the timing and if it makes sense and all of that shit. And
hold on. What you gotta say? Actual facts. You're trying to chime in. What are you saying? Speak up.
At the end of the day, Thurman wants that money. He wants that dope.
Yeah, he want that bread now.
He want that bread. But in order to get that bread,
that's crazy though, you guys. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead, man.
If people don't know who you are as a champion, that means your ass hasn't been fighting that often. You haven't been on TV on regular, whether it be regular cable network or regular network or pay-per-view. Your ass hasn't been fighting enough to get those fans in that arena. Because at the end of the day, they do see money out of the ticket sales when they get asses into the arena. Okay, that's why I try to go as many fights as I can because I love the sport of boxing and I support boxing, man. And there's nothing like being in the arena. Hearing thunderous shots is the greatest thing in the world. Is the spectacle. But when you're not fighting as often, people are not gonna care who you are. If you're not fighting Joe Schmo, ranked number 15, and getting a spectacular knockout against them, they don't care. Like Corey said over and over again, people want to see knockouts. Okay? People want to argue, yeah, you know, Tyson didn't fight competition until this year, this, that. But before that, what was he doing? He was fighting every 2 weeks, getting knockouts. Damn, he just fought last week and he's fighting again. Damn, he just got this dude out in 30 seconds. All right, well, he ain't barely had any rounds. Fight next week and the week after that. Literally, and next thing you know, you done fought like almost 10 times in 1 year alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to fight 10 times in 1 year alone if you're getting spectacular knockouts. People are going to talk about it.
Wow. Okay, the chat's going nuts right now, man. I got to catch up on the chat, man.
Good topic.
Michael Cooper says, because most people are stupid on the internet. Wingy Simmons says, no, none of these fighters are scared of Earl Spence. He needs to enroll in VADA program. Whoa. Whoa, Wingy Simmons, elaborate on that. Wingy Simmons says Earl Spence needs to enroll in the VADA clean boxing program, and then all the fighters him out. Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Come on, Earl. We'll see the change. Let's see. Maybe
Wingy Simmons. I mean, Wingy Simmons, I thought he enrolled. Is he not enrolled? Wow.
Come on. And I'm gonna go back. To
shit.
Wow.
I hate to do it, but I'm gonna go back to what I said a couple weeks ago about if he enrolls in the VADA program, he's gonna want that title fight for the WBC title.
Okay, so he's gonna want that fight. Okay.
Spend my money. Why don't I spend my money on a test?
Yeah.
Knowing I'm not gonna have that fight anytime soon.
But Joe, it's different. But it's different with Earl Spence because Sean Porter actually came in the ring, allowed him in the ring, and Sean Porter has been very vocal on saying that he wants Earl Spence next.
That don't mean shit. Motherfuckers.
But all I'm saying is, Sean Porter's saying the right things now. So should Earl Spence take the bait and, at least enroll? I mean, to have his side,
okay,
wow.
Been enrolled, but,
he sees the contract, they do the contract and sign it, and they have the fight in 8 months from now. Yeah, hell yeah, enroll in it. But if there's no contract and I'm not guaranteed I'm not gonna fight a Sean Porter anytime soon, why the fuck am I gonna spend my hard-earned money knowing that I gotta pay sanctions fees and I gotta pay another test? Why am I gonna fucking pay for another fucking test? For what? If I'm not gonna see that belt anytime soon.
So you don't think he should enroll in VADA?
I think he should enroll if he gets the contract.
But if he doesn't get a fight with Sean Porter, you don't think he should enroll?
Look, Spence, you're gonna fight. This is guaranteed. You're gonna be fighting for the WBC title before Keith Thurman in a few months. Go ahead and enroll. By all means, do it, Earl. But if you're not gonna fight anytime soon for the WBC, what's the fucking point? For what? Taking extra blood test for what? I'm already in the clean in USADA, and I got a title and paying fees and shit. Now you want me to spend more? Now I gotta come out of more my pocket more? Come on, man. I got fees.
He's a baller though, bro. He's a baller. Money's not really the issue.
Who's not a baller, and because I don't know what kind of money Earl or Charlo's or any boxers getting, because I don't look at their finances. So we can.
All his homies is enrolled too. Jamal is enrolled in VADA. All the top, put it like this: all the top champions, man.
Wow, this is wow. Are you serious? Elaborate on that, Black Horseman.
I'm just saying, all the top champions, bro. With the except for Keith Thurman, being that he was dropped because of the long layoff, but even before he took his layoff or whatever, he was enrolled as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, all the top champions right now are enrolled in the VADA clean boxing program. And the guy that the eye that he blacked, which is Floyd Mayweather in sparring, he says every champion, every top fighter should be enrolled in random blood and urine testing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really think that you should have to wait around for a contract from Sean Porter to enroll in VADA clean boxing program. Although if everybody feels that way, then cool, But at the end of the day, we started this live stream talking about Billy Joe Saunders, who failed his drug test, and guess who he got popped by? It was by VADA. You know what I mean? And VADA is a very thorough testing program, and Demetrius Andrade is a WBO champion. They don't use VADA, but he pays for VADA out of his own money. And I know he's not making Errol Spence money. I know that, but he wants to make sure that he's on the even playing field, and that him and his fighter and him and his opponent is clean going into the fight. You know what I mean? So somebody in the chat just said a little bit ago, was Wingy Simmons says Errol Spence needs to enroll in the VADA Clean Boxing program, and then all the fighters will be calling him out. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still going to be a business, but that adds an incentive to where somebody be like, okay, look, it ain't no question marks. This guy's enrolled in the same boxing program I'm enrolled in. Let's make this shit happen. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we don't, he has to, make his own decisions,
I mean, I say if that's the only thing holding up the fight to make the fight with him and Porter, then he need to go ahead and do that. Stop procrastinating, get it done, man.
Well, we know Sean Porter is enrolled because that's required.
He's been enrolled for the long.
Right. That's required as being a WBC champion. I mean, we do know Errol Spence dropped out of the WBC a long time ago to pursue the IBF. We're not gonna bring up the past, but at the end of the day, that's it's like if that's what you're gonna have to do eventually anyway. Like I say, it's not about money. He talked about, he compared the money that he makes to Terrence Crawford when Terrence Crawford said he's living fight to fight. And then he said that, hey, we can put our taxes at the end of the year and we'll see who makes more money. Well, since Terrence Crawford makes less money and he's able to afford to pay for VADA, why can't you? You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But at the end of the day, I know for certain that he wasn't tested for the Bundu and Chris Algieri fight. He wasn't tested at all. So there was no test going on at that particular time. And those are some of his most brutal knockouts. You know what I mean? So being that there's a lot of question marks surrounding his power and a lot of things that he got going on, motherfuckers talking about weird shit like nipples and shit. It's like, bro, go ahead and put all that shit to bed and enroll. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, like I say, they want to stress that this guy's already enrolled. Cool. Okay. Well, at the end of the day, let's just update it on BoxRec so the world can see. And on the VADA website, it says that he's completed it. It didn't say that he's enrolled. So at the end of the day, it's only one narrative coming from, certain few people on YouTube that are saying that he's enrolled and they're using the link. But like I said, there's people on the VADA website that have retired, and it says that thank you for completing, VADA. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's not definitive to me. But we got to see what this guy decides to do. What he decides to do. And I just feel like, if you're the best, take the test, man. VADA is the real deal. VADA is definitely the real deal. And but at the end of the day, it is still a business, man. It is still a business. And then when you look at certain guys like, say like a Keith Thurman, right? Who is getting called on more for fights, Spence or Keith Thurman? And that would determine who's actually done a lot more at that weight class, and who's more valuable. When you got more people wanting to fight you, when you ain't look, there's a point where you got to actually go out, call out people's names, jump in the rings. You think Keith Thurman got to do that? No, sir. You know why? Because he's already put in his work. He's already proved himself at the welterweight division to where motherfuckers like, no, I want to fight that nigga. I want to fight that nigga because, if I get him, I know I'm going to get a great payday and I know I'm going to get hella bragging rights. That's going to really do something for my legacy and my career. I don't see too many people coming out of the woodworks to call out Errol Spence, and a lot of people are just trying to use fear as like the only reason. No, I don't think it's just that. I don't think it's that. I'm sure there's some people that may not want to fight him, but there are some other people that do want to fight him that he's not fighting. You know what I'm saying? And he's looking at it from the same way. Like, well, there's no value in you fighting you Ugas or Collazo. So what is he looking at? He's looking at Mikey. He's looking at Keith. He's looking at guys that bring value. So it is a business. So the mere fact that he may critique other people and say, oh, they're scared to fight me. And they're saying, well, it'll happen when it makes sense. It's the same reason he might be looking at somebody like a Ugas or a Collazo, like, well, I'll fight these guys when it makes sense, But at the end of the day, that's just the reality of it. Fans see it from one perspective, but they're looking at it from a business. I don't think it's fear, but the risk has to be equivalent to the reward. They're like, well, should I fight Spence right now? Is it more valuable to fight Spence in the unification fight first? Or should I face, like from Sean Porter, or do I face Keith Thurman? Am I going to make more money fighting this guy again? And it's a unification bout? Because at the end of the day, if they lose that strap in that unification bout, the money goes down because that belt comes with money. So if they lose that belt against that opponent, and they're not getting a big payday, once they lose it, like say for instance, Rigondeaux, you think it was worth it when him going facing Lomachenko? You know what I mean? So when you at a top level, it's like you get ready to face another top tier guy. If it don't really make sense, when you lose, it can really just bring your stock way down. Sometimes these guys are not even ranked. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like you can totally drop out of somebody's rankings. You might have to work your way all the way back up to the top just to try to, put yourself in a position to be able to make big paydays again. But unless you, like I said, you already have an established loyal fan base, then that's another equation. But that's just my thoughts on that, man. It is definitely a business, and certain fans, we get emotionally invested, into the fighters that we like, and we can say, oh, the fighters is avoiding it, the other fighters because of this reason and that reason. But we're not Keith Thurman, we're not Errol Spence, we're not Sean Porter, we're not Terrence Crawford or any of these other fighters who have been fighting for years. Some of these guys have been fighting since they were 7, 8, 9 teenage years, all the way on up. So in the Amis, if you're fighting for free, once you get to the top level, you're like, bro, I got to get paid for this. I want to get these big checks, and if it's more risk involved, or I got to unify against somebody, because I think all those welterweight champions, it's a risk either way you go. Sean Porter's a great fighter. Terrence is a great fighter. Errol Spence is a great fighter. Keith is a great fighter. I think that it's a risk either way. You know what I mean?
Is it a big risk for Mikey Garcia? What about you, Actual Facts? Is that a big risk for Mikey Garcia? Could he possibly get seriously hurt against Errol Spence? Nobody's thought about that.
Yeah, he can.
Nobody's thought about that aspect of boxing.
That's a huge risk, man. That's why I say, man,
I'm being honest though. I mean, a lot of people don't know about the brain injuries, the broken orbital bones, broken jaws, noses. Let's mind you, Mikey Garcia's nose has been broken. I think it was in 2 spots in the Orlando Salido fight. So his nose is prone to being broken. So, I mean, that's against a 126-pounder. Obviously, that was a headbutt, but he later, said he couldn't continue in the 8th round. So they went to the scorecards, But let's be honest, he looked for a way out in that Salido fight. Is that a telltale sign that maybe he'll look for a way out in the Errol Spence fight if it gets rough, if the going gets tough?
I mean, yeah.
We got to think about these things. You guys.
I think that fight with Salido, man, I think Salido came back rehydrated over 10 pounds.
Oh, my goodness.
He outweighed Mikey by like 10, damn near 12 pounds, some shit like that when he did rehydrate.
They're saying that Errol Spence will get no credit for fighting Mikey Garcia. Do you guys concur?
For the welterweight division? I mean,
for the welterweight division, because Spence ain't going down to lightweight, so it's got to be at welterweight.
No, you're not going to get credit for welterweight.
So if Errol Spence beats Mikey Garcia, will you guys give him credit? That means you on the panel and you in the chat room. Smash the hell out of that like button. This is Corey Lee Boxing, Actual Facts, and Black Horseman. What do you guys think? Credit or no credit?
Go ahead, Actual.
I mean, you got to give him credit because
it's not it's not a this. I mean, it's either these are black and white facts. Are we going to give him credit? Or are you personally going to give him credit? This is personal now.
I would give him credit because Mikey Garcia is a superb boxer.
So if he beats Mikey Garcia, you're not going to be one of these guys that are saying, well, what do you expect? What did you expect to happen?
At the end of the day, yes. Is
you will say that?
I will give him credit.
Oh.
The thing is, Well, the same was said back when, when Floyd would fight bigger fighters, you know. Nobody used to give him credit for him fighting bigger fighters and beating them. You know what I mean? But
It says Overhand says no credit. He says, but popularity, he'll gain some more.
He'll get popularity.
How do you feel about it, Black Horseman? Because actual facts saying he will give Mikey Garcia credit, or he will give Earl Spence credit for beating Mikey Garcia. Do you concur?
No, man. I'm sorry. I'll give him credit.
Speak loud. We can't hear you.
My bad. I'll give him credit for beating a welterweight, bro. He is a welterweight champion.
Speak up if you disagree. This is the show to do it.
My bad. Yeah, welterweight division. This is the welterweight division.
So you don't agree with what actual facts is saying?
No, I mean, I think that Mikey is, he's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. He's done what he needed to do at the lower divisions. At the lower divisions, not at welterweight. Who has he beat at welterweight? The only guy he's beat that's been at welterweight is Adrian Broner. And Adrian Broner's not even a true welterweight.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Is Mikey Garcia biting off more than he can chew? Fighting Earl Spence.
I think he's biting more off. He's
gonna get his ass beat. That's he's gonna be biting his mouthpiece, and he's gonna get his ass beat.
Does Earl Spence so you're giving him credit if Earl Spence beats Mikey Garcia? Actual facts, aka Angel Santos from the DMV area, you will be giving Earl Spence credit for beating Mikey Garcia. But on the other hand, Black Horseman Promotions, you will not be giving him credit if he beats Mikey Garcia. Why won't you be giving him credit? Just to sum it up, Black Horseman.
I mean, like, I got to give him credit. I'll give him credit for beating somebody.
But you just said you weren't. Hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, no, I'm waiting on you because I'm trying to figure out.
You interrupted me to say.
Oh, go ahead. Go. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I said, this is the welterweight division. So looking at a guy coming up, you're supposed to beat the little guy coming up. That's what I expect. I expect him to beat Mikey. So, I mean, you're gonna get. I'm not hating on him. Get your money. You're gonna raise your popularity. So I give him credit for that.
Okay, well let me ask you this though. Park 9 says Mikey gonna beat Earl Spence, and show size don't mean shit when it comes to real skill. All right. Now, with that being said, we gotta turn that over. We gotta actually turn that over, and we gotta ask the other question. If Mikey Garcia beats Earl Spence, do you give Mikey Garcia credit? Actual facts, let it rip.
You definitely got to give him credit, man. That he's coming up in weight. He's being the boogeyman of the division, the monster of the division, Earl Spence. Yes, you got to give him all the credit in the world. But at the same time, if Earl beats Mikey, you got to give him credit too, because Mikey is a superior boxer. Don't get it twisted, man. Mikey is a superior boxer. That's a fact. He has more tools in the kitchen, or in the shed or whatever.
Wow. So, with that being said, you guys, I mean, Ralph and Real says, I think Mikey Garcia has a chance. That's how good and skilled he is. Wow. You got guys like Ralph and Real saying that he has a chance. What are you saying, Actual?
Because I think Mikey having the superior boxing skills have the chance to outpoint and outbox Spence.
Wow.
My opinion.
Wow.
What percentage?
There's a lot of Spence fans in the chat.
I give him a
This nigga Corey crazy. Bro.
Yo, there's a lot of Spence fans in the chat, man. They ain't feeling that shit, Actual.
Hey, that's their opinion. They don't gotta feel what I feel. They don't, and that's crazy. That's I completely fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. They don't like what I say. That's great.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
What you say? It ain't gonna be nothing new. What you say?
Yeah, come on, man. I didn't call fights wrong and everything, man.
Yeah. But why? I mean, Michael Cooper in the chat says no Spence should not take that fight. Mikey is great, but Spence is also great, but much bigger. Exactly. Daniel Johnson says Garcia wins. Wow. Do you mean Garcia wins? Overhand says Mikey's short too. Like what? 5'5", and doesn't have the fastest feet to evade Spence for more than 8 rounds. Man. Wow.
I think Spence is a great guy. I don't think he's a great fighter yet.
Ooh. What do you elaborate on that? He's not a great fighter yet, but is he possibly? What do you mean by that?
He has the potential to be great though. He hasn't had those great fights yet.
Okay.
He has one significant fight.
Okay.
Kell Brook.
Okay.
Any other fight before that was very significant.
But let me ask you this: I'm not trying to take anything away from that Kell Brook fight, but when we sit down and we depict that Kell Brook situation, do you think that Kell Brook fight was a little diminished by the Triple G fight?
Of course. I mean,
okay.
At that point, Kell Brook's face was broken. He was being held up with a metal plate, and broke the other half of his face.
Oh fuck! That's just damn. Park 9 says everybody's saying Spence gonna beat Mikey Garcia like nothing. I could see why, because Spence is not just big and strong, he is also very skilled, smart, strong, and all around good fighter. But I got Mikey Garcia. Wow. The odd fella says he has a chance for 6 rounds tops. The size and constant pressure will break Mikey Garcia down. Kell Brook and Mikey have a similar skill set. I'm gonna disagree with that.
Never heard nobody say
I'm gonna disagree with Mikey Garcia and Kell Brook having similar skill sets. You could say, if you say they have similar skill sets, you could say Canelo and Triple G have similar skill sets.
What do you mean by that?
Because he's pretty much saying that Kell Brook has a similar skill set to Mikey Garcia, but I think they're different skill sets. I really do.
Well, go ahead and explain, Corey.
I think that Mikey Garcia, I think he's more offensive than Kell Brook is. I think he has more offense than Kell Brook does. Kell Brook relies on, a lot of counter punching, and he relies on a lot of defense. You know what I mean? Obviously, when bigger fighters fight Kell Brook, they break his guard and they destroy him pretty much. He doesn't fight well when he's under that type of pressure. Accurate, precise, measured pressure. At the time, he probably wasn't that much bigger, but Errol Spence was more skilled than at that time than Kell Brook, because you got to understand, man. You don't. I mean, like I said, we don't know what Kell Brook
was out boxing.
But we don't. But listen, we don't know what Kell Brook was in the fight that night. We don't know if it was a Kell Brook like, damn, my eye got fucked up. Do I need to watch my other eye? Do I need to, do I need to be careful now?
So you think losing was on his mind?
I really think that eye was just on his mind. And when the other eye messed up, it was.
He's like, damn, this one too.
Yeah, dude. But they said that pain is so excruciating in your eye. It's excruciating when you break it. Just imagine getting punched in it after, continuously.
Yeah, man, that shit hurt.
That's like ruthless.
Gotta have defense, bro.
It's a very sharp, annoying pain.
But just imagine if you're worried about your eye from getting hit in your eye like Kell Brook was, and you have your high guard up, your body's gonna officially fold, because Errol Spence is a good body puncher. Great, some say. But I just think Mikey Garcia and Kell Brook have different styles. I think Mikey Garcia is more offense. I think Kell Brook leans a little bit more on his defense. If I would have to, say that. But
more on his back foot.
But like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Kell Brook. And I still think that he has world title contender status left in him. But will he ever be a world champion again? I highly doubt it at 154, but it could possibly happen. I'm not going to take anything away from him, because a lot of people didn't think he could beat Sean Porter. Sean Porter just, reeled off a couple great wins in a row. He beat Andre Berto. You know, he beat Danny Garcia, which was very close. But so was the Kell Brooks Sean Porter fight. That was very close. You know. Park 9 says no fucking way. Kell can't fight like Mikey. That's another person that doesn't agree. Michael Cooper says, then that dude knows zero about boxing if he thinks size don't matter in boxing. Size definitely matters in boxing. Man. Michael Cooper says, Mikey will have trouble fighting top ranked fighters, but yes, he should fight a smaller fighter like Crawford. But this is what I want to say, you guys. I gotta go get me something to eat, man. But I want to finish this conversation. I'm off work tonight, so I did want to kind of do some type of live show tonight. If you guys are down with around like an 8:30, you know, in the next couple hours, if you guys be around, I'll shoot you a link, man. If you guys will be around, but I'm gonna start the show regardless. I think we've gotten some other subject that we haven't even touched on yet. You know, like the old Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight that's coming up soon. What should we do about, you know, the whole Victor Ortiz situation? We need to touch on that as well. You know, then you got Charlo, you know, at 160. He's wide open right now for the whole, you know, Billy Joe.
Forget about Jamel.
And you got Jamel too, man. So we got a lot to talk about on the next show, you guys. This was actually a spontaneous show, but my live shows are supposed to be every Thursday, but work kind of interferes with that. So I'm gonna get something to eat, you guys, and I will be right back with another banger. We've actually went past 3 hours, but I just feel like there's more boxing to talk about, man. I think boxing is heating up right now, and I think we should emphasize more on this whole HBO deal and what this does to boxing, man, because I think this is very, very big, and I think this is actually monumentous, man. It's like a gigantic, you know, wave, I think the Showtime wave just completely killed HBO. And I think we need to get into that more. Where does Showtime lie? Where does ESPN lie? And your good old friend, Actual Facts and Black Horseman, where does Eddie Hearn lie? You know?
Yeah, you know, that's what I wanted to talk about too. But we will touch on that topic of Eddie Hearn and Danzig and the advent of HBO now being out of the game. Where does that leave Danzig now?
Big topics to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? We got onto the racism thing on this show, man, and you know that took up a lot of time, but it was something that we needed to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It was something that actually got brought up organically. Nobody forced the situation, but when it was brought up, we didn't run from it neither. You know, we are three proud brothers, and you know, like I said, man, we in here, man. But with that being said, you guys, we will be back at an 8:30 startup time. I hope the other brothers are free, man, because there's a lot to still talk about, man, and we haven't even scraped the crevice of it yet, man. And we got to put some of these promoters on the hot seat, man. What are they gonna do now? HBO's finished, so you can't go run, you know, the HBO and hide your fighters and stuff like that. Now, where does Oscar De La Hoya go with Canelo? Big topics to talk about. Does Al Heyman control boxing now? Hey, we got to talk about it, you guys. Let everybody know where to follow you at Black Horseman and Actual Facts, man. And we'll be right back to you guys. Don't even go too far, you guys. We'll get something to eat, get rejuvenated, and we're gonna be back with another banger. And I think tonight's show is gonna be actually gonna be one of the better shows we've done on Thursday nights, man. Go ahead and let them know, Black Horseman.
It's gonna be epic, man. But yeah, most definitely, man. Shout out to you know, everybody on the panel, man. Actual Facts, my brother Corey Lee Boxing, as always, man. Make sure y'all tune in a few hours, man. So get y'all a little dinner, man, and we're gonna be talking about these subjects, man. But as for me, man, if y'all want to check me out, Black Horse Promotions on all social media platforms, also my website, blackhorsepromotions.com. And great discussion today. And appreciate you, Michael Cooper, for you know what I mean, staying consistent, man. You stayed all the way through, man, even with the disagreements. But that's how it is, man. We may disagree, but it's all love at the end. So make sure you join us later on as well, man. So shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all smash the like button on the way out, man. Black Horse Promotions. See y'all in a minute.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Black Horseman, man. Actual Facts, let them know, my brother.
Yeah, man. You can catch me at Actual Facts, Boxing Angel Santos. Maybe one day I will upload a video.
I know.
One day, if I'm feeling right, If I'm feeling all right about it, I will get the courage and the intestinal fortitude and the iron scrotum
No.
to upload a video, a new one. But yeah, man. But you can always catch me on your favorite boxing channel as a moderator.
Yes.
And you could discuss with me boxing, man, all day, every day. All right. So yeah, man. Thanks for having me, Corey. And shout out to Black Horseman.
Oh man, no doubt. Actual facts, man. That's one of my brothers right there, man. We will be back at an 8:30 startup time. I'll put it on my Instagram, you guys. And we got a lot of subjects to talk about, man. I feel like we didn't even scratch the surface on this show, man. You know, like I said, it's conversation went another way, but we're here. You know, we're gonna talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, man. So with that being said, I cannot wait for this show to go back on live again, man, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So you got about 2.5 hours to recharge up, ask us those questions, and we will be back with the official staple, Corey Lee Boxing live Thursday night shows with Actual Facts, Black Horseman Promotions, possibly Dr. Blick, and a slew of other panelists, you guys. So can't wait to see you guys there. This is Corey Lee Boxing. You've definitely been rocked with another banger. Peace out, you guys. Later.